Your event is starting.
Undertoads! Assemble, Undertoads and Undertoadettes. I have been to the mountain. I have swam through the ocean, and I'm here to tell you there's nothing there. Why'd you even bother? Here's where you should be. Classic Game Room, CGR Undertow. I got news for you. This isn't a review that we recorded to tape. This is happening live. This is happening right now. I've got a microphone in one hand. I've got a game controller in the other, and I'm looking at my friend Brandon. And we're about to beam this crap straight into your frontal lobes from outer space. What's up, everyone? This is Derek from Classic Game Room. And I'm joined today listen, I'm not going to... Listen, everyone knows who I am. I'm the host of CGR Undertow. I'm the guy who yells things into your earlobes every single day. Hopefully every day. Actually, I kind of do the same thing here. Who I'm about to introduce. His name is Brandon. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
So yeah, we had some technical difficulties there. Listen, this is what happens when you're in space. There's certain things you can't account for in space. Things like, you know, the bandwidth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, attacks and things. I was gonna make it sound sexy.
Those two. Yeah, of course.
Brandon is more honest. He's a more honest man than I am.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyway, so Brandon, in case you guys don't know, because he's not on the mic a lot. He's usually behind the scenes doing real work. What Brandon does here at Classic Game Room is he's sort of the guy who makes CGR Undertow happen. I mean, listen, I just come in, I grab the microphone, and I shout things. And I make dumb puns, and I talk about Emma Watson, and I play games, and then I complain about them. But the guy who makes all of that sound coherent, to the extent that it does, is Brandon.
I edit all your Dragon 2 reviews.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't edit I don't really do much of anything. I just record the stuff. Brandon edits. So you think you have a bad job. Look, this poor bastard's got to listen to me yell 8 hours a day together in a video. I don't know how... You must have nightmares. Night terrors.
And you just, day terrors.
You hear my voice. Anyway, so Brandon's here. Welcome to the CGR Undertow
Welcome.
Live. This is Slumber Party Extravaganza, which, by the way, is a name that we spent all of 5 minutes coming up with. I thought it was pretty good.
No, it's great, yeah.
Remember when you used to have slumber parties that talk about video games?
Yeah, I guess.
Because that's what this is like.
Did you have slumber parties?
I had lots of slumber parties. Well, not really. I didn't have many friends.
Yeah, I guess I had a few.
I pretended to have slumber parties. None of the kids wanted to hang out with me because they said I sounded like Michael Cera. And he wasn't even born yet.
Anyway, I'm watching the chat.
Yeah, Brandon's going to watch the chat.
If anyone has any questions throughout this entire thing, go ahead and leave them there, or I'm watching Twitter too, at CGR Undertow. And hey, we'll answer your questions.
To the extent that we can.
Yeah.
Brandon's
We don't have very many good answers.
No, we don't have any answers at all. But I'll tell you, here's how this is going to go. Listen, it's a live broadcast. We're just going to play some video games. I brought some of my favorite consoles, and I brought a bunch of my favorite games. We're going to play them. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about other gaming topics, whatever you guys want to talk about. And here's some big news, too. We got some video games to give away, Brandon.
We do. Why don't you tell them about it?
We got freaking... What do we got? We got some... Well, here's the thing. Our friends at Namco, or Bandai Namco Games. See, it used to be Namco Bandai, and then they changed it.
I know. I did the exact same thing.
They're like the Puff Daddy of video games. I never know what to call them. So basically, thanks to our friends at P. Diddy Bandai Namco Games, we got some free games to give away, and guess what? They're not some jabroni games either. These are some cool games.
What? What are they?
Well, what we have here is we have 2 codes for a game called One Piece Unlimited World Red. We got the PS3 code, and we got the Wii U code. What? Yeah, I know, right?
Both?
Can you believe that? All the times I've complained about various games that they've created, they give us all these codes. It's great. And we also have Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution.
Naruto?
Yeah, that's right. And that's going to be for the PlayStation 3. So we've got codes to give away. I might even have some codes laying around for the iPhone that I could give away, because I'm not going to use them. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff to do. We got games to talk about. What do you say we just jump into this crap?
Let's jump into it. Well, let's tell them why we're here, though.
Well, and we're also here, and I should tell you, this is going to be breaking news. Brandon, did you know we're doing a DVD?
What?
Yeah, that's right. Classic Game Room has said that if we don't do this DVD, we're going to be ejected into deep space with pulsars. So we have to do a DVD.
Why was I not informed?
Well, so you're on a need-to-know basis, brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing a best of CGR Undertow DVD. Although it's not really the best of CGR Undertow, it's more than that. It's a film that's going to have all our best clips and moments and just all the crap that we've done over the last 4 years, all strung together in a single feature-length film. Hosted by me and my clone. It's going to be fun times, Brandon.
Here it is. Look at this.
Look at that.
Internet.
Look at the cover, too. Get back up on that cover, because listen, I'm not a man to toot my own horn, although I've already done it multiple times on this broadcast. I drew that cover, and what you're seeing there is that's the captain. That's the Undertoad himself. And he's doing something on the back cover. What's he doing, Oh, he's...
That's a work of art.
Brandon doesn't think that's as funny as I think it is.
I've looked at that too much.
So he's taking care of some business on the back cover. And then on the disc, he's got a hole in his chest. I was particularly proud. Basically, either these are hilarious drawings or I'm 5 years old perpetually. Yeah. But either way, here's a look at the DVD. And, you know, a lot of people have asked me, like, oh, what's it going to... Is it just going to be YouTube videos on a disc? Why would I buy that? Well, let me tell you something, jerk. That's not what it's going to be. It's not what it's going to be at all. Brandon, have you ever seen the Christmas special, a Christmas claymation from the 1980s?
Nope. Tell me about it.
Well, what it is you have two claymation dinosaurs that are basically hosting this Christmas special, and then they introduce each musical number, and they talk about it. Well, that's sort of where this DVD is heading, only substitute Christmas with CGR Undertow. And festivity with Psychosis, and the two dinosaurs with me and my clone. We're going to host a look back at all our best stuff. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to offer insight. The clone's going to be there too. That's going to be the feature. Then we got all kind of we got crazy extras too, don't we? We got what else do we have?
We got beanies.
Beanies. Those are going to be given away if you.
We got signed postcards.
Signed postcards that I'm going to draw, by the way. And as you can tell by the cover art, I clearly draw some highbrow artwork, so you never know what's going to be on that.
And I've been seeing a lot of requests for you getting hit with the Gamecom at some point in the DVD.
Here's what bothers me about that is people think that's a joke. People think that's a fun, oh, Dirk gets hit with a Gamecom. They think that's a fun joke. Let me tell you something. If you've ever been hit by a Gamecom, you think you have night terrors, just try dealing with a Gamecom every day. Every day of my life, I come into work. It's the first thing I do. I punch my card. I take off my helmet because, you know, we're in deep space. I anti-gravity, and then I get hit with a Gamecom. Brandon yells at me.
Such is the life.
Yeah, this is the life I lead. You guys think you think I'm a happy man drawing toads taking a shit on the back of a DVD? Anyway,
you can. There's a link right underneath this video here that you're watching to go donate, and we'll keep an eye on this throughout the night.
Yeah, basically we're gonna try to make this DVD a reality, but we can't do that without you guys, and we only have like 3 days to go. We're within striking distance, so please, if you've enjoyed CGR Undertow, you know we've been doing this crap for 4 years. If you've enjoyed it at all, help us out, support the cause. Oxygen is expensive, and it's a long commute to the nebula. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, let's play some games.
Let's play some video games, and so what we're gonna do. And I decided that we're going to that I don't know, Brandon. Like to me, this is one of the most important video games of my life. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And it is
classic.
It's a classic, and as you can see, it is Super Mario Brothers 3. So we're going to play this for a while and talk about it.
Am I going to play?
You want to be yeah, but
sure.
You have to be Luigi. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play with
whatever.
I'm Mario.
Oh, there's a controller.
There's your controller.
Let's do it.
Look at the curtain raising.
I'm bad at. I haven't played this in a very long time.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, neither of us have. So this is a lot of this is going to be as much us discussing these games as it is us remembering how to play them and sort of reacclimating ourselves to a lot of these games. But we got a lot of old consoles here, so we've got. Well, I should probably tell everyone what we have here. We got the Super NES. We got the N64. So if you want to see a game, if you want to see us talk about a game for any of those systems, let us know. And if we have it here, which we probably do, yeah, we'll put it up there. Unless we don't like it.
Yes, we have a ridiculous stack of games.
We have a huge stack of games.
All right, let's do it.
Let's play Super Mario Brothers.
Let's
3.
suck at Super Mario Brothers 3.
Speak for yourself.
I
I'm
do.
amazing at this game. Alright, Mario's up. I'm Mario, so everyone knows that's me. I'm Mario. Brandon's Luigi. Brandon, your shoulders are... I can't even see the damn screen!
Hit the mic.
No, I can't even get that. There we go. Right.
Maybe you should move over.
So how old were you, Brandon, when this game came out?
Gosh, I don't even know. I don't think I played this when it came out.
Really?
This was a much later experience in my life.
So, when you were a kid, were you a gamer guy?
Yeah. I started off with the NES. I didn't have anything pre that. And it wasn't technically mine.
Yeah, those are the dark ages.
All I remember is playing Kirby's Adventure, like, religiously.
Right. Having your
That was my game.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I also grew up with the NES. I think a lot of people our age grew up with the NES. This was my introduction to this thing called video games. And this was really the game that, you know, I'd been a fan before that. This was the game that, like, changed the way, like, I don't know, this was the first, like, major blockbuster video game. I don't know if you remember all the stuff that happened with this game, all the marketing that Nintendo had when this game was released. Oh my god, this game got its own movie recently. You know, it's not like video games today get their own movies.
It's mainly the other way around. Every movie gets its own video game.
That's right.
Someone thinks that you should play the Zavix port, I think. Yeah.
Zavix port, oh my god. Do we even still have that?
Yeah, it's somewhere out
I
there.
thought we ejected that in some sort of pod.
Probably should have.
You're up, Luigi.
Let's do this.
But yeah, I mean, this game was... Oh, crap, I forgot about the Mario Brothers segment. You jerk! You took my card! No, I got it back. Is this payback for... Oh!
Alright, you got that one.
I got all those ones. Look, it's my turn again. See, I forgot how multiplayer in this worked. You're the one who chose that, by the way. You basically walked to the plank voluntarily. There's like 2 games I'm good at in the world, and they're both Mario games.
Alright, I got reports that the game audio was too loud, so...
Too loud?
It is down. It's low for us, I don't know why,
I can't
but...
hear a damn thing.
Apparently,
Space.
they're hearing it a bit.
Oh, no! No!
Also,
God.
just to let you guys know, we're like 30 seconds to a minute behind you guys, so when I see something in the chat, it might be a while until we react to it.
I can't believe I didn't get up into the pipe. It's unbelievable. Playing like a real jabroni. But I'll tell you what, so we were talking about how big this game was, and to me it's like, you know, I think if you weren't there, you might not realize this, but back in the day, it's not like the NES. It was sort of the first of the modern consoles in the way we think of consoles today. But it's not like it had the hype and the ridiculous bullcrap that goes with modern consoles today. Like, everyone loved the NES, and it was a really big hit. But the games themselves, it's not like, you know, it's not like these Call of Duty games that get a million... Oh, that was really bad.
Is Luigi more floaty than Mario?
No, they're both equally floating,
Okay.
which we'll get to. But anyway, yeah, the games weren't, they didn't have the same sort of, you know, big budget, major, like, hype train that they get today. This was the first game that I could recall that, like, had that. You know, like, this was the forerunner of, like, you know, like I said, the Call of Duty, and all these games that, you know, now they have all this huge marketing and all that stuff. Like, Mario 3 was a huge deal when it came out. Do you remember the ads? It was like all the little children of the world playing, and then they formed Mario's face or something.
That sounds terrifying.
It was awesome. Well, the 80s were a terrifying time in general, to be honest. It was real weird. Then you went to Coin Heaven, which is what I called it as a kid. I'm in now. Which is sort of a good metaphor for the 80s. Everyone just wanted to go to heaven and
Collect coins?
Just collect coins. As much coins as possible. That was the 1980s. And use it to buy drugs. On the streets. Say no to drugs. Oh, tell you what we're gonna do. Here's a little trick. I'm sure all you guys know these tricks, but Brandon might not. Brandon's a punk-ass noob. Look at this. Hold down on the white block, and then run behind the things. Look at that. Gaming in 3 dimensions. Super Paper Mario. Pff, eat your heart out. Whistle will send you to a faraway land. Well, I want to go to a faraway land. Warp whistle obtained. Brandon, did you always get all the warp whistles?
No.
No?
I'm saying, I didn't come to this till much later.
Well, based on your performance here.
Yeah, pretty terrible.
You're not
Is
good
it my
at
turn?
this.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, your
All
turn,
right,
Luigi. Don't pick the M again. Pick a level. Because otherwise it'll be Mario Brothers and I'll destroy you again.
Wait, what am I doing? 4?
Pick the 4 there, yeah.
Right,
this is going to go real well.
Guys, I'm not very good at video games.
But anyway, yeah, so yeah, when we were kids, you know, Super Mario Brothers 3 was a huge deal, and it was a game that everyone had to have. And it was, like I said, it was one of the earliest games I can remember that had that big marketing buzz behind it. And I really do think, going back to it, you know, even these first couple levels, the design, especially this one, man, this is just one of the best platformers ever.
I'm definitely doing better than I have been.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I'm very surprised at myself.
You're doing all right, kid.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
You want to? Yep, those will fall.
Get up. I adjusted some of the audio. You guys let me know if it sounds better. Whatever reason, it sounds different to us than it does to you guys.
Yeah, this is, well, you know, outer space. And that's the great thing, is we could just use that as an excuse, right? Like, Derek, why are you so lazy? I was like, it's outer space, brother. I don't know what you want me to do.
Well,
use that Koopa to kill the other one. See, you're too kind.
Whatever, man.
Bowser's kidnapped the princess.
Let me play the way I want to play.
This is,
Oop, I missed
but there's
missed
an,
the thing again.
you know,
Missed the thing. Got it.
in college, in my philosophy class, we talked about subjectivity versus objectivity. That there is a right and wrong way. This is what the objectivist think. To do things. There's a right and a wrong way. Brandon, the objectivist would be watching you right now and laughing. This is not good. I always thought, here, you got Mario in the item house. Always looked like he was pooping a little bit there, doesn't it? Under the under the tail. You got a little poop sticking out. A little turtle head poking. Here's a little trick, too. You can actually see the little... You can't see it here, but... Let's see if I can get it. Got it. Now watch the bottom left part of the mushroom. You see that little pixel that's drifting to the right? Once that lines up with the toad, there's one little black dot. That's when you want to hit it, and then you'll get your thing. Watch this. See if it works. I effed it all up. But that thing, that's what do they call that in poker? A tell? That's a little tell for you.
All right, I'm hearing the audio is better, so now I can actually focus on the game.
It's like William Tell. Boy, you're full of excuses today,
Slash
Brandon.
talking.
That's a fire flower, which I always loved that it was like black in this one. It's like even in the castle, everything's all wrong. It's like Marble Madness. Everything you know is a lie. Here's another little...
That's another game I never played.
You never played Marble Madness?
I don't think so.
Boy, that's a cool one. Maybe we'll pop that in later. Here's another little trick. Fly up here. Go over here, and there's a door. Second warp whistle obtained.
All right, here's a question.
Question.
Derek, since you're a big wrestling fan,
Yeah.
would you rather see ROH Wrestling get a video game deal or Dragon Gate USA?
Oh, that's a great question.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Brandon doesn't watch wrestling. I'm the only one in this whole damn office that watches wrestling. You guys have no idea how lonely it is. On Tuesdays when I want to talk about Raw and everyone's like, "What is that? Why don't you cook your food before you eat it?" So I'm a huge Ring of Honor fan. I don't watch much Dragon Gate, but apparently I should. I'll take your word for it if you say I should. But that's the problem with wrestling today, is there's so much of it.
Wait, what is Dragon Gate?
It's a wrestling or federation, as the kids say.
Sure.
It's an indie wrestling federation.
Oh, indie.
Yeah.
It's not some
It's not like WWE.
some internet controversy.
Dragon Gate. There's a controversy about dragons who don't have any integrity and who take breathing fire way too seriously. That's what hashtag Dragon Gate is. Anyway, Brandon beat a level.
Yes.
But that's a great question. I would love to see an ROH game. Some of my favorite Ring of Honor wrestlers. I'm a big fan of Red Dragon, that tag team. I think they're one of the best tag teams in the business. I was always a huge Kevin Steen. I'm a Kevin Steen mark. True story, I took a Kevin Steen sign to a Ring of Honor TV taping. And if you watch Ring of Honor, you've probably seen me in the front row of several episodes. I had a sign that said, "Real men like zoos," because Kevin Steen is a zoo enthusiast. That sign was ripped up by his nemesis at the time. So yeah, I've been on Ring of Honor TV, big fan of Ring of Honor. I'd love a Ring of Honor video game. But unfortunately, Ring of Honor's current ownership doesn't seem terribly interested in doing anything with Ring of Honor, which is a huge bummer.
Next question from Josh. Do you prefer Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES or the All-Stars pack?
Oh, man. That's a great question. I mean, I guess you could say technically the All-Stars version is the superior version. But I don't know. I'm sort of an old-school purist. If I want to play Mario 3, this is the version I'm digging out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm like that with a lot of things. Like, I don't play, what are the things called that the kids play?
Video games?
The ROMs, like, the digital versions. Like, if I want to play Mario 3, look, I gotta have the rectangular controller digging into my palms, and I have to blow on the cartridge. Yeah, that's to me that's as much a part of the experience as the games themselves. So,
I don't want to fight this guy.
Hammer Brothers gonna mess you up. This is so easy, dude. And look, you'll get a little Starman for your trouble.
Yes.
It's always so worthless that they gave you a Starman. Like, the Starman in Mario lasts like 5 seconds. I'm gonna go into the item house. Which item? I think there's one that's always a frog, but I don't think it's this hut yet. I usually go with the third one. Mushroom's not good. It's not what I want.
People are saying I'm missing all the secrets.
Yeah, Brandon, I didn't want to tell him, but you guys can tell him. He's missing everything. I love that animation of Toad just freaking out. That's so good. And the music in these, this is one of the things I remember about this game most from when I was a kid, is the music in these airship levels. The tone of it just totally changed from the rest of the game, which was really upbeat, and bubbly, and fun. You got here in that dun 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 dun. Like, when I was a kid, I thought, holy shit, it's on, you guys. Like, we're in big trouble. There's some serious evil turtle crap going on here.
Evil turtle crap?
Evil turtle crap. This is why I get paid the big bucks.
You'll finish this and move on to
yeah, we'll play something else.
Super Nintendo?
Yeah, we'll move up a generation. How about that? I'm gonna stomp this
Yo, man, I'm down for that.
this Koopa-Ling guy up here.
I saw a question.
What's the questions?
They're going pretty fast. You guys are on it.
Thanks for watching, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. I'm glad I know we don't yeah, this is a first class Game Room Live broadcast, so I'm really glad you guys are digging it and watching.
Favorite snack?
My favorite snack. Well, what about you, Brandon? What's your favorite snack?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd answer, so I wouldn't.
So you wouldn't have to.
I would have to
That's
think
the
about
coward's way out, Brandon. Man. Well, I can say in general that I'm a salty snack guy. By the way, I got the magic wand.
I would say, like Swedish fish. That would count, right?
Yeah, that's a snack.
Yeah, I could eat those.
But see, my problem with sweet snacks like the Swedish fish is that you have a little bit, and then you have a lot of it, and then you get sick. Like, I get myself sick on Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish. And Sweden's one of my favorite countries, which is the grand irony of the Swedish Fish. I love it so much, and yet it makes me sick. Which I bet the climate there would probably do the same. Oh, look at Princess Peach passing notes. She gave me the P wing, though.
We did it.
We did it. We beat World 1 of the greatest platformer of all time. Or one of them. I can't say that for sure. These are things I'd have to think about. But I can't think of one offhand, at least 2D, that's better than Super Mario Bros. 3.
All right.
Let's move on.
Now with that, there's a Toad.
Hey, there's the he's the captain. I'd like to think the back of the cover art really illustrates why he's got that expression on his face. Or at least one of the many reasons why he's got that expression.
What was your inspiration for that art?
Well, I gotta tell you, sometimes people think when I say, "Hey, what's up, Undertoads?" they think I'm saying Undertows, like T-O-W-S. No, it's Undertoad. It's Undertoads. Yeah, an Undertoad is someone who watches CGR Undertow. I just came up with it when I was tweaking out on Swedish Fish one day. So there's another reason I prefer salty snacks.
All right.
So, I never really answered that question. Salt and vinegar chips are my favorite snack. The more bitter, the better. Like, if they rip the roof of my mouth apart. Speaking of things that are old school and awesome. Dude, I could listen to this music all day. Every day.
What was it like working in storage lockers?
What? When did that ever happen? Who asked that question? Someone knows too much, or is making things up, because that never happened.
What is the worst game you've reviewed?
Holy crap, you guys! I mean,
you got a list.
I mean, honestly, at this point, like, I don't even know if there's an answer. Like, the question really is, like, have I ever reviewed a game that wasn't a contender for the worst game ever?
Yeah.
I know I have, but it's been a while.
Typically, when I see you playing something, that is normally the worst game you've ever played. It seems to be.
Oh, I love that effect of the rolling DK. Oh, it's like my favorite thing. I used to reset this game over and over when I was a kid to try to get that before I played it.
You had a sad child.
I really did. I'd like to think we're going to get to know each other pretty well here, and people are going to begin to understand what fuels my psychosis.
Well, let's play it.
All right, let's play Donkey Kong Country. And boy, this is another game. You know, we were talking about games from your childhood and games that were very important. Holy crap, you guys. This game was a huge deal. Did you play this one a lot, Brandon?
Not a lot. I did play it. I actually never owned a Super Nintendo.
What?
I went from the NES.
You didn't go to the Genesis.
I went to Genesis.
Oh, no!
And then I went back to the 64.
How dare you?
Oh, what are you going to do?
You know, I have theories about the Sega Genesis. I think that pretty much that whole, this entire console generation pretty much defined the next 20 to 30 years of gamer tastes. Like, I think today, to this day, gamers who were alive back then and playing video games, their tastes are largely defined by whether they were Super Nintendo kids or Sega Genesis people. Here's a trick. Throw the barrel, and then if you time it right... Oh, I didn't time it right. But you can roll through the entire level. Oh, I need Diddy Kong for that. Here's a little tip about this level, by the way. You can jump into all the treetops. And there's lots of bananas up here if you switch over to Donkey Kong.
Do you enjoy playing video games all day, every day?
You know, yes and no. To be honest, here's the thing. No matter what you do, if you do it all day, every day, it becomes less fun. And especially when you're playing games as awful as I have to play. It's not always awesome. I'll just say that. Like, it's a pretty awesome gig, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's not. It is real work sometimes, and like when I go home, I don't know about you, Brandon, but when I go home, it's pretty rare that I dig out a video game to just play on my own time.
Well, I'm in a little different league than you are.
That's true.
I don't play them. I watch you play them, technically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So.
You're up, big guy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh wait, I think we played one player. Here, you can just use my control.
No, it's fine.
Oh,
I'll watch the comments.
No, I want to switch back and forth.
Right, fine. Whatever, man. Whatever.
So yeah,
I
it's
suck at this game too.
it's a job, you know, and it's when you have to play Barbie games, and you know, here's the thing, like when it's your hobby and everything, you get to play the games you want to play and that you have fun with. But when it's your job, you have to play everything, and you really have to pick them apart and like kind of have to be a jerk about it sometimes. So it's not always awesome. But yeah, like I would say 99% of the time, it's pretty sweet.
What's your favorite Barbie game?
My favorite Barbie game is easily, what was that one I played that wasn't bad? It was Secret Agent Barbie. It was like Barbie Metroid.
What was that for?
Game Boy Advance, I think. Someone could go back and watch all these crap Barbie games and go through the wall there, Brandon. Oh, you screwed it all up.
How about I fall off the cliff thing?
But anyway, yeah, Donkey Kong Country was a huge game, and what I thought one of the coolest things about it, we were talking about how the Super Nintendo and Genesis sort of defined people's tastes for generations to come. There are games that I play today that like new releases that I won't like at all that people really dig. And then I'll talk to someone who really likes it, and so just like as an experiment lately, I've been saying, oh, well, were you a Super Nintendo kid or a Genesis kid? And you'd be surprised how frequently it's like, oh yeah, I was a Genesis kid. And just that difference, what was it, 20 years ago now? I don't even know how long. See, I'm talking and I'm all distracted. That one difference has, because the consoles were so different and the games were so different, that divide really people's tastes evolve totally independently of one another after that, I think. This is a theory I've been thinking about a lot lately.
Is there a game you've played recently you feel like you've enjoyed as much as the games you played as a kid? From Josh.
Like a new game?
Yeah.
Anytime there's a Mario... Do you want to play, Brandon?
No.
No.
I suck at this.
Anytime there's a Mario Kart, I have that feeling of like... we're talking about how when it's your job, you don't get the same sort of magical ooh feeling anymore. But there are a couple games that I do, and Mario Kart's one of them. I sort of really get personally really excited, and I really enjoy Mario Kart games. Partially because, like, dude, I come here and play by myself all day. So the older I get, the more I really appreciate local multiplayer. So games that I can play at home with my friends and stuff, those are the ones I get really excited about. And yeah, Mario Kart. I'm really excited for Smash Brothers. It's funny, the games that you just grew up with, they end up staying with you. At least I think for Nintendo fans they do. That's another difference between Sega and Nintendo fans. I think Nintendo fans cling to those childhood games more than Sega fans do, maybe. Sega fans are more willing to like move on to new, mature games, whereas Nintendo, it's like, yep, still excited for Mario Kart. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's...
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever stop. Nintendo's just fine re-releasing.
Oh, totally. I mean, they're the Disney
stuff
of video games. Like, Disney's not going to stop doing awesome Mickey Mouse stuff, you know what I mean? Because that, like, the new Mickey Mouse shorts that they do are just amazing. And, yeah, do they milk Mickey Mouse and Little Mermaid and Beauty? Yeah, of course they do, because they're awesome. And I feel like Nintendo's sort of the same way. Get out of the way, Armadillo. But one of the coolest things about this game was, and speaking about being a Nintendo fan, Nintendo sent out little VHS tapes for this game that didn't have any, like, markings on them. All that was on them was just, like, palms. So you got this tape in the mail from Redmond, Washington, from Nintendo, and it had, it was like palm trees all over it, and then you put it in your VHS deck, and it was just basically like a half-hour-long commercial for Donkey Kong Country. But the way it was framed was, it's a secret inside look at Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
For insiders.
Yeah.
Right? And it was so 90s, and it took a lot of stabs at Sega. But the cool thing about it was, like, it really made you feel like, oh, man, I really am part of this team. This Team Nintendo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do wish now that I had, or at least would get one, now, a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Play all the stuff I missed, but...
I think it might be the greatest console of all time. I don't know if it's my favorite, which we can maybe get into later, but I think it's hard to argue that it's not one of the greatest ever.
We've gotten a new backer.
Someone backed the DVD! Oh!
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We are, we're like over 60% of the way there?
Yeah, we were at 61%, so we're further along than that because that's how math works. But that's awesome. And listen, I know sometimes, like, we're always tweeting about it and talking about it, and it's like, oh, when are they going to shut up about that? Well, here's the thing. We will as soon as it's over. It's almost over.
69 hours to go.
69 hours of us saying this.
We need your help.
Here's the thing, guys. We need the support. I know in this internet culture, everything's free, and, everyone sort of just consumes everything for free, and it's part of the awesome thing about the internet. The other thing is it's really hard to, sustain yourself when you're giving away all your content for free. So look at, I've been telling people, don't even look. The DVD is almost like an extra that you're getting. And by the way, it's going to be an awesome production.
Yeah, what do we got? We got a DVD or a documentary.
We
got a never before seen top 10 NES games.
Yeah, we're going to do the top 10 NES games, and it's only going to be on the DVD, or at least for first time on the DVD. I don't know. We might beam it through space later. I don't know.
And you guys get to pick the reviews that are on it. We got
That's right.
Giant list of reviews that we like, and we're letting you guys pick what goes onto the DVD.
Yeah, you guys get to pick your favorite videos from that ballot, and then those will be the ones that we look at in the retrospective, me and my clone.
What else? We got a gag reel.
Gag reel of our funniest lines and jokes and moments, things like that. Man, it's just going to be great. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff on it. And the documentary I'm really excited about because we don't often do this kind of stuff where we, like, peel the curtain back and let you guys see what goes on here at the Space Arcade. But we're going to do that in the documentary. You're going to find out why. People always ask me, why'd you start Undertow? Well, we'll answer that in this documentary. And Brandon is going to head up a lot of that documentary. He's like a film guy. He went to school for film. He knows what he's doing. So it's going to be really good.
Yeah. I'm excited to actually start working on this.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but the music in this level. Donkey Kong Country is very famous for its music. And this level is part of the reason why. Just unbelievable soundtrack. Such a cool game. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, think of the DVD almost like, man, it's like a thank you from us for throwing out some support and backing the DVD. You know what I mean? You're not only backing the DVD, you're supporting us and you're helping us. You know, like I said, we've been doing this for 4 years. You're helping us do it for another 4 years, and that's pretty awesome of you guys. So if you've backed the project, man, sincerely, thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Plus, supporting the DVD means that maybe we can do more cool things like this live stream.
That's correct. The more cool stuff people support, the more cool stuff we can do. Other than me just reviewing Barbie games and losing my goddamn mind.
But that's fun too.
But yeah,
for everyone that's not you, at least.
So you didn't play this much as a youth?
No, I didn't have a Super Nintendo.
So looking at it now, like what are your sort of thoughts on it now?
Well,
because I have a lot of thoughts and theories on this game, but they're all sort of tied to nostalgia, I fear. So I'd be interested in your thoughts.
I mean, it's obviously still a beloved game that definitely when I've played it, you know, it obviously plays very well. And one of the games, if I was going to get a Super Nintendo, would be high on my list of games to get.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people, when they talk about greatest Super Nintendo platformers, they talk about this, they talk about Yoshi's Island, talk about Super Mario World. But for me, I think this was always my favorite, just because it was so different from the other two. It was a much more rhythmic game. This game is very much, we talked about the music, but there's a rhythm to its gameplay and like a rubber bounciness that is so totally unique. And yeah, there's like a funk rhythm going on with this. There's sort of like this symbiotic relationship between the gameplay and the music in this game that is really interesting.
Someone asks if the DVD will be available after the Kickstarter. I think it will, but obviously only if it gets funded in the first place.
Yeah, as long as it gets funded, it'll totally be available for sale. But that's the thing. Like, I know a lot of people asked about Blu-ray. Dude, I would love a Blu-ray, but before we can fund a Blu-ray, we have to fund a DVD first. So hopefully, yeah, if we can fund the DVD, we'll fund a Blu-ray.
Another donation.
Nice.
Did we talk about the prizes? How people can win them?
Oh no! Why don't you do that, Brandon? This is one of my favorite levels in the whole game, so I'm gonna be.
You concentrate.
I'm gonna be sort of enamored by it.
Okay, so we talked about the games earlier. If you were not here, we're giving away
video games.
One Piece Unlimited World Red for the PS3 and Wii U. And
One Piece.
Naruto Shippuden. Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Unlimited Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3.
Look at this. These guys are screwed.
Thanks to our friends at Bandai Namco Games.
The P. Diddy of video games.
In order to win these games, we have to hit some goals here. If we get to 4,500, we'll give away a game. If we get to
on the Kickstarter, you mean?
Yes, on the Kickstarter. If we hit 5,000 on Kickstarter, we'll give away a second game. And if we hit 5,500 on Kickstarter, we'll give away the third and final game. Anyone donating $25 or more is entered to win.
Automatically, huh?
And yeah, you'll get to pick one of these games. We'll announce the winners on Twitter after the campaign is over. So if you haven't yet backed the DVD, go there now. The link is right below this video that you're watching.
Look how excited Diddy Kong is about that news that you just broke, Brandon.
Dude, he looks
He's
psyched.
Pumped! Look at him!
And if you can't see it, it's bit.ly/UndertowDVD. And
let's toe with a W, by the way.
We just got another one.
Oh my crap! This is unbelievable. Hey, we're
great.
close to 45, which means we're going to be giving away a game soon.
Very close.
And like Brandon said, as long as you donate 25 or more, you're automatically entered to win these games, which we'll give away as soon as the campaign's over. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So we just played Winky's Walkway in Donkey
also,
Kong Country.
Before we can go on,
Yeah.
the game is only available in North America.
These are North American codes, guys.
That's what we got.
Which means America and America Junior, which is Canada. I'm sorry.
Canada's great.
I love Canada. I visited Montreal last fall, and it was awesome. Montreal is a great country. Or not Montreal. It's a great city.
So Josh asked if there's going to be a Blu-ray. If we get this funded, we will possibly have a stretch goal for Blu-ray. So got to get the thing funded first, and then hopefully.
Yeah. Like I said, personally, I would love a Blu-ray. I'm a Bluray kind of guy.
Blu-ray would be great.
But yeah, that's just the way Kickstarter works. Is like you got to start with that lower goal first, which is the DVD, which is cheaper to make. So once we get to the DVD, we can add the Blu-ray as a stretch goal. But until then, yeah, we got to get to the Blu-ray or to the DVD first. Oh no, stay on the hill. There we go.
Someone asked if the goal is reached, can we give away a whole How to Train Your Dragon 2 collection?
You guys are sick bastards.
Did
people ask, "Oh, how great is that you get to play video games all day?" Yeah, that's what I have to play all day is How to Train Your Dragon 2. And I got news for you. Guess what just came across my desk today, Brandon?
I don't know.
Another version of Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I have reviewed like 3 times. I got another one to review.
I thought you were going to say there's another version of How to Train Your Dragon.
No. People are saying that there are, though.
Really?
I really hope that I don't get it.
Yeah. As much as you hate playing them, I hate
You hate editing them?
I hate editing them, so.
This is Burke. Just probably not the Burke you remember. Shut up! Just shut up!
Another backer.
Hey!
You guys are great.
Oh, I just died. I was so excited.
69 hours.
69 hours to go.
Let's broadcast all 69 hours.
But anyway, so Donkey Kong Country, Brandon.
Yes.
I love this game, and I want you to love this game.
I love this game.
Okay.
I'm going to borrow your Super Nintendo.
What do you say we'll do this level, we'll do the Minecart Carnage, and then we'll move on to something else. Maybe the chat has a game they want to see. So we have some games lined up, but if you guys want to see us play something, let us know. I'll play anything as long as it's not... Oh, come on! As long as it's not an effing Barbie game.
Someone's asking what platforms the games are for that we're giving away. One Piece Unlimited World Revolution is for the PS3 and Wii U. We have 2 codes for that. And Naruto Shippuden.
What is it, Brandon? How do you say that?
Storm Shippuden is for the PS3.
Oh, Japan.
Yeah.
Japan's a silly place. God, keep falling on the damn thing.
Getting close to 4,500.
Yeah, that means we're gonna give away a damn video game. Let's play something else.
You want to switch over?
Yeah, let's switch. Because I could talk about Donkey Kong Country for an hour.
We'll go back to Kickstarter. Look at Kickstarter.
By the way, I've reviewed a lot of these games, so if you want to hear more about them, you can go watch that crap. A lot of them are old, which that's something I never talk about. You know, like when I started doing CGR Undertow, I'd never done video before. My whole background is in like writing and print. And Mark thought it'd be a great idea if I started doing video. He's a crazy bastard. So we started doing video, and I had no idea how to do it. So if you watch like a lot of the really old CGR Undertow stuff, it sounds awful because I don't really know how to talk on a microphone yet. And all I was really doing was writing the reviews I would normally write for print and just reading them. And that didn't go over so well. I've gotten better with that since. But unfortunately, a lot of these games I reviewed back then. So if you could deal with me talking like this and reading from a thing, there's some valid points in them. Speaking of valid points, there's nothing more valid than GoldenEye. We're gonna play this goddamn game. You guys are seeing, like, people always ask what your favorite games are, and maybe we'll talk about that in detail later, but you're seeing 3, I don't know if they're 3 of my favorite of all time. They are 3 of my favorite. I don't know if they're my 3 favorite, but what they are definitely is 3 of the most important games, like, the most formative games of my sort of young life. Each one of these games represented something in my childhood and had a real impact on me in terms of what I think of in gaming, what I look for, what I expect. Super Mario 3, the brilliant level design, Donkey Kong Country, the whole aesthetic package, and GoldenEye, the importance of local multiplayer.
Now, this is a game I played.
You're on this train, basically.
This is this is it right here.
We should see if anyone else is around and we can play. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to see if we can find anyone else in the office to play 4-player. Brandon, I'll be right back.
All right, I'll just sit here and talk to myself.
You carry this broadcast.
Carrying it. So what's up, guys? What do you want to talk about? Do you guys like video games, right? Pokemon Snap? I don't know. Do we have Pokemon Snap? I don't know. Derek's not here anymore.
Oh shit, do we have 3 controllers? Yeah.
No, we're looking for another controller. I think he found somebody. Truxton, we do not have Truxton. As I said earlier, Mark keeps that in a very secret place. And we do not have the required... there we go. We got a fancy see-through N64 controller.
This is one of those orange ones that you can see through. These were real big in the 90s.
We don't have the security clearance to actually get to Truxton, so...
So everyone, we got 3 players. We got 3 players for GoldenEye, so I'm pretty excited.
Let's play it.
And on player 3 right now, you know, for those of you who just joined, I'm Derek. I'm the host of CGR Undertow. I'm your primary psycho for this evening, and Brandon's here. He's the guy who edits all my videos and puts them all together.
I'm here.
And makes them as digestible as they can be. And jumping on player 3 here is Greg. Say hello, Greg.
Hey guys.
So Greg is he's our webmaster. He's the guy who builds the website and does all that. I don't really know what he does. He codes in Swift.
Are we playing?
See,
Come on, hit start. I think start.
I like to anger Greg by just saying terms that I don't know what they mean, and he gets real irritated.
You know what you're talking about.
Dude, I can take a look at your code later, clean it up. Am I player 1?
Yes.
You're goddamn right I am.
I'm waiting on you, Derek.
All right. Let's do this. Which file, Brandon, do you have? Like, it's
I
probably
have
this
no idea. There.
multiplayer.
Go in there.
3 players. All right. Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you guys. There's only one way to play this game that's acceptable, and it is. Can you guess, Greg? It's power weapons. We're going to go first to 5 points. What is this crap? So we got first to 5 points. Scenario is going to be normal. All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
There's only one way to play this game. What level do you want to play, Brandon?
Let me think. It's been a while since I played Facility. I think that's
all right. That's
the
a
best
good one.
Right?
That's a classic. Yep, that's a Facility. We'll do first to 5. No. We'll do yeah, we'll do first to 5.
Oh my gosh,
no,
we've hit 4,500.
Whoa! So we're gonna give away a video game.
All right. As we said before, anyone who has donated more than $25, we will give away one of these games. I assume they'll be able to, you know,
we're gonna pick
which
3.
one they
yeah,
want,
we're gonna
so.
pick people, and then they get to pick what game they want.
And we'll let you guys know after the campaign's over, which is
69 hours.
69 hours from now. You'll know if you're one.
69. That's a fun number.
So we got to get to 5,000 in order to give away a second video game tonight.
Which looks, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
$500, guys. That's all. Let's see. What do you get?
You're like an insurance salesman.
Let me see here. Yeah, I'm a great salesman.
Well, tell them what they get just for if they do 25, which is the base.
Tell them what they'll get. Let's see. Here, I'll show you. CG Undertow, great big DVD. You'll get a great big bunch of CGR Undertow DVD. You also get a CGR thank you shout out.
That's right. I'll thank you personally.
Website. And in a special video backing CGR Undertow.
That's right.
Thank you.
I will thank you personally.
So basically,
and then a statue will be erected and bejeweled.
You'll get the DVD and some other stuff.
The statue we might that's going to be of me, not you.
And from there, it only gets better. Autograph postcard.
I do well, yeah, and I do some pretty sweet crap for people who donate lost money. If you donate lost money, I'll draw crap for you. I got one of them. I'll do like a voicemail for you, custom voicemail with this voice on your phone.
$75 or more, a never before seen Undertow T-shirt. We haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen it yet
because we haven't even.
Because I have to draw it, and I haven't done that yet. I don't know if you can tell from this podcast.
We have some ideas though.
I'm not much of a go-getter. I was gonna draw. Here's a sneak peek. One of the alternate covered concepts was sort of it was the Undertoad, the captain, but with sort of 50 Shades of Grey inspired. There are like really hot topless chicks behind him, like stringing him up. Maybe I'll put that on a shirt. I don't know.
Sure. All right, let's play
play
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
We'll check in later. Thank you guys. Seriously.
Thanks, guys.
This would be awesome if we could get this funded in 69
If we could
hours.
fund this damn DVD, my whole life would change forever.
Where am I at?
Then I could like
On the
face
top
my
right.
parents and not be ashamed.
All right, let's say where we're at. I'm on the top right.
I'm on the top left. That's me, and then Greg is on the bottom left.
Da, 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 da.
So this is a game that pretty much, I mean, we just played 2 games that defined like my very, very young childhood. This is a game that sort of defined high school for me. This was, holy crap, the hours that we spent in this game. And to me, it's still eminently playable. I still have friends
Back here.
over.
Let me karate chop you.
I still have friends over to play GoldenEye to this day.
Karate chop battle.
And we still have fun. We get pizza and
We actually just played this recently for the top 25
Super
N64 games.
N64 games. That's right. We had a yeah. All we needed was like a couple minutes of footage. We ended up playing for a damn hour.
Oh my god, this is gonna take forever.
It's not gonna
Let's
take
just
forever.
stop moving. Let me karate chop.
It's not gonna take forever once I find you guys,
I don't know.
because
We're
I am merciless.
We are well equipped. This is gonna work one of these times. All right, forget you, man.
That's
I'm
one
leaving.
kill for DB.
Wait, no,
Come here, woman.
no, please. I just want a gun.
You can't have one, Brandon.
Ah! Think you're cool, James Bond and all.
I am very cool.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Pull out my weapon.
I'm also a horrible shot.
What's the weapon gun? There.
Oh, you got a Magnum?
Take this. No.
Dude, you guys are terrible at this.
I'm awful.
The Magnum is a weapon I have a love-hate relationship with. It's very powerful. Oh, that's the one I want. I've made a living off of this one.
Will Emma Watson make a guest appearance on the DVD?
Oh.
That's from Cody.
It can only be love. So you guys think it's like a joke. It's not a joke. There's nothing funny about my love for Emma Watson. Ask Brandon about that. It gets weird around here. I would love for Emma Watson to be on the DVD.
Go bother her on Twitter or something.
Oh, I do. I don't know, it was like 2 years ago. I started a Twitter campaign, hashtag Emma should date Derek. She has to be well aware of me by now. And also, this is a true story. I think I've told this before. It was set up for me to actually meet her. She was near me filming a movie here in the great city of Pittsburgh. And I have a friend who was working on the movie with her, and he he told her about me. And apparently she was like, yeah. It was all set up for me to go meet her. And I chickened out, you guys. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Thanks, Brandon. I chickened out. I didn't go. My whole life, and let me tell you something. I'm real happy you guys are donating to the DVD. I love you guys very much. But had Emma Watson and I gotten married that day, I would not be here today.
2 more backers.
You guys are the effing best,
We're on a
man.
roll, guys.
Like I said, I know times are tough, too. Look, I get it. You know, we're living in a society. Dude, I am just dominating all you schmucks. This is unbelievable.
I gotta watch the chat room.
See, Brandon's always got
update.
excuses.
Kickstarter.
Mr.
thing.
Excuses. That's what I want everyone to start calling Brandon. Mr. Excuses. You know who I am? Mr. Emma Watson. And that's a title I would proudly bear.
Bring it.
Oh, you...
Let's do this. Let's dance.
Dude, you're horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got the RCP, and now you think you're big and bad. Well,
What's
let me
up?
tell you something, Mr. Excuses.
What's up, Mr. Watson? Wait, Miss.
It's Mr. Emma Watson to
Sorry.
you.
I'll call you by your full title.
I would let her do pretty much whatever she wanted to me.
That's the thing. She probably doesn't want to do a whole lot to you.
First off, bullcrap on that, because she likes redheads. I could tell that from the Harry Potter films, which are a documentary that happened in real time.
That's impressive. Real time, huh?
Real time. All right.
First of its kind.
I need... Oh, I got a shotgun. Are you a shotgun? Look, you don't know how to bear the RCP. You're doing it a disservice.
Whatever.
I gotta pick it up.
I gotta look at the chat room.
Oh my god.
Whoever loses this match has to play Mario or Superman 64.
Derek wins. Story of my life.
All right, I gotta go back and do more real work.
All right, we'd like to thank you guys for donating. Thank Greg for jumping on here, being player 3.
You keep playing, or we want to move on to?
Well, I
the
think
next gen?
here's the danger with GoldenEye. If we play this, we'll end up just playing this the entire damn time.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was a game too that was just so. When this came out, there was nothing like it before, and it was just it was so groundbreaking. We used to, dude, we'd ride our bikes over, and this is why I feel bad for kids today who grew up with online, because we would like ride our bikes to somebody's house. We'd all meet there after school. Their mom would get us a pizza, and we would play GoldenEye all freaking night, and it was amazing. Some of the best memories of my life from gaming are from playing GoldenEye with my friends. Locally, not online. Online multiplayer is weak.
Why didn't we get pizza?
We should have gotten pizza.
Well, let's play.
All right, let's do it. If you want to do it again, I'll do it again.
Press the buttons. One more time, then we'll move on.
All right, then we'll move on. Does anyone in the chat have GoldenEye memories? Or maybe is anyone in the chat too young and they didn't grow up with GoldenEye and they're like, what the F is the big deal with this crappy 4-player split-screen game? We're going to have to change that to 2 players. There we go. Oh, you know what level I really like is, let's see. Let's change the level. I like the temple. You want to do the temple?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do the temple. Power weapons is my favorite, but we've been through that. If we had beef to squash, we'd play slappers only.
I think we already established that that doesn't work out too well.
It doesn't. It's very difficult. But if you have beef to squash, listen, that's the only way to do it fairly and to do it justly.
All right, I'm on the bottom.
Brandon's on the bottom. I'm on the top. That sounded weird.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh my God! One shot to the jugular. Oh. I get sadistic when I play this game. I turn into a sick guy. Speaking of which, you don't want the bad guy to win. The bad guy, if you've seen the trailer for the DVD, don't let the bad guy win. Let's fund this damn thing. Always like this one because you never knew what levels people were on.
Yeah, this is. Oh man, this is gonna go well.
Dude, I'm like the Orkin
I'm like
man.
out of ammo.
I'm like the Orkin man.
Yeah, whatever. Matches with mines were always hilarious.
Yes, mines. If you weren't gonna do slappers only, definitely the proximity mines were the way to go. That's a good call.
I remember sucking at GoldenEye while I was a child, so I kind of hated it back then.
Oh no! But you still had to, like, I don't know, playing it multiplayer was just, even if you sucked at it though.
Hey, this isn't fair. I'm trying to read.
Yeah, that time I did try to take advantage of you.
There, I got whatever this thing is.
I'm still gonna light you up.
Yeah, probably.
But I do feel bad about that one. That was cheap. How are our sound levels? Did we get that fixed?
I think so.
All
No
right.
one said anything.
Because I can't hear it. I can't really hear anything. Are you trying to put in cheat code?
Yeah.
Here, I got a cheat code for you.
What's big head mode?
AABB Derek wins again.
Someone said if I always lose to Mark, and yeah, that's pretty much true.
Pretty much true.
Problem is, like, he gives me the crap hardware and takes the good hardware. Like any light guns or.
Mark doesn't exactly put you in a position to be successful in these games.
I think it's rigged from the beginning.
It's like.
He tells me to play with him, and.
And by playing with him, he just means, hey, will you be the pawn?
Exactly.
And yeah. And he also, here's the thing, he only plays games with you that he's very good at and that he knows you're not. So he can destroy you.
That I have never seen ever.
You're like, what is this weird thing
Finally killed you.
from 1979? Why does it have wood paneling on the side of it?
And things like sneak and peek.
Sneak and peek.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Well, I mean, I know what it is, but I don't think I've ever played it.
You don't want to. It is a terrible game. It makes absolutely
But it's
no
old.
sense.
But it's old, and old things are supposed to be good just because they're old.
No. That game says that that is not true.
You know, we were talking about earlier how I got all kind of theories on video. I'm a very, very deep thinker. And I got theories on like the Super Nintendo and Genesis and the lasting effects of that console war. But I also think that there's another period that was sort of that you know has had a lasting effect, and that is like if you grew up with video games during the NES, as Brandon and I did, anything older than that seems too old, doesn't it? Like when I play an Atari
can still
game,
enjoy
see,
that stuff.
I have a really hard time with stuff that's pre-NES. And look, I'm not like a technical guy. I don't really care. But some of that stuff is a little too...
I mean, yeah, obviously some of it.
Yeah.
But like all the arcade machines we have around here to play. I mean, if you actually have people to play with to try to beat their high score, that gets very addicting.
I'm definitely down with arcade machines. But I mean old, like pre-NES consoles?
Console stuff, yeah.
That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. I know a lot of people like them because of the whole it's so bad it's good thing. What was that?
Take that. Someone asks, do you guys have any thoughts on Perfect Dark?
Oh, I love Perfect Dark!
I know you did.
Love Perfect Dark. Although, you know, the weird thing is, like, to me, Perfect Dark was the single player, and GoldenEye was the multiplayer. Like, for some reason, GoldenEye was the one we always went to for multiplayer, and Perfect Dark was, you know, single player. Even though, if I recall, Perfect Dark had just as good of multiplayer as this one did. Maybe even better. It's been a while. Derek wins yet again. Although you put up a fight that time.
I wasn't too bad.
That was better. You were less distracted.
All right. You want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's check in with Kickstarter.
Okay.
What
It's
do we
pretty
got?
cool that you can switch back and forth. Look at that. He switched.
So
Technology
much
is pretty
technology.
amazing.
All right.
And by the way, the cool thing about this video, I don't think we mentioned this. You'll be able to watch this later, right? It's going to be like archived and posted as a normal CGR Undertow video, correct?
That's correct.
That's awesome. So, you know, if you're going to have a slumber party of your own at a later date, you'd like to have Brandon and I there, just play this video on your big screen TV. Holy crap, what are we playing now? I know what we're playing now.
There's so many wires.
You guys know what it is?
Another backer.
Hello! And now we start to play games that, you know, the first three we played pretty much unanimously considered three of the best games ever. Now we're getting into the ones that are a little controversial, a little, you know, opinions are mixed on this one in particular. It is Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube.
Welcome.
Did you just make fun of the guy?
No.
See Shadow Mario running in the background, the little bastard?
I remind everyone, let's see. We're at 4,500. We've already given away one game. If we can make it to 5,000 by the end of the stream, we will give away another game. We have two games. One Piece Unlimited World Red for the PS3 and Wii U, and Naruto Shippuden Unlimited Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3.
Japan.
So if we can hit 5,000, we will give away another game. Anyone who donates more than $25, which actually $25 is the you get the DVD for $25.
Yeah, that's the reason we're keeping it at 25 is that's the minimum to get the DVD.
So
you can listen, you can donate less than that if you want. If money's tight and you still want to support, please feel free to back it with any amount of money that you want. We very much appreciate it. But to get the DVD and to be entered for the contest, 25 or more is what you're looking at there.
Yeah. So you get the DVD and a chance to win a video game.
That's correct.
But hey, if you want to donate more, you're also in the running to win, and you can help fund this DVD so we can get it made.
That's correct. That is correct.
And I want to get it made, like, badly.
Yeah, I really want to. Listen, We need, and part of it's selfish because we just want something new to do. I'm so tired. Like, I've just been reviewing
It's Barbie games.
Barbie and Train Your
Constantly.
Dragon, and because someone has to do it. And if it's got to be me, then it's got to be me. I'm willing to fall on my sword and sacrifice myself for the good of the internet. Because I got news for you. You Google some of these games, there's one review of them on the internet, and guess who it is, Brandon?
Us?
It's us.
Wow.
That's right. So we're doing a service to the public good here.
And anyone who's donated, seriously, thank you guys for supporting us.
Thanks, guys.
That was nice.
I just had lunch before we started to record this. So, hey, Mario Sunshine, now, you told me in Brandon's gaming development, you went from the NES
Yes.
to the Sega Genesis
Yes.
to the 64.
Yes.
Now, where did you go this gen? Were you a
GameCube.
GameCube guy?
I was GameCube.
Okay.
But I kind of got out of gaming for the GameCube.
Yeah.
And I actually never played Mario Sunshine.
Ever?
Never. I've
Okay.
never played any bit of this game.
Well, maybe we should let you give it a run here.
Oh my gosh. All right. All right, we'll do this. We'll make it
Yeah.
interesting.
So this is a game. Here's a fun fact about me. The very first piece that I wrote in gaming journalism, press, anything was a feature about this game, and sort of defending it against its critics. And I wrote that. Good God, almost like 8 years ago now. So I've got like a sentimental attachment to this game, but also on an objective level, I really do think it's one of the more underappreciated Nintendo games. It was really brilliant for its time. And it certainly had some flaws, but I think conceptually it was exactly what they needed to do at the time. Also, to this day, one of the prettiest games I've ever played aesthetically. The color, man, some of the effects are really good.
Someone on Twitter, having a blast watching the live stream. Did the bad guy take any hostages like he said he would in the trailer?
He's a bad guy. I know some people have said, that sounds like, it's not me. Why would it be me? Did you hear him? He's a bad guy. Why would I call myself? That's not how phone calls work.
And he certainly doesn't look like you.
He doesn't look like me at all. But no, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fortunately, I don't pay much attention to my coworkers and who else works here. As long as I get my paycheck, I'm a happy guy. So I don't know if he may have taken more. And if you guys feel bad about that, that's on you. It's not on me. Look at the color of the water there and the paint. Man, this is like... Nintendo did this on the GameCube with the Wind Waker and with this. Really colorful, bright games. And you also, I think, have to think of the generation at the time and where gaming was headed with the PS2 and the Xbox. Everything was so brown and so gray and so earth tone. And everything looked muddy. This game does not look muddy. This is so bright and colorful. Man, I really think it's such a contrast to what was really happening in gaming at the time. Games like this and Wind Waker and Pikmin did not look or play like anything else that was happening.
I'm gonna have to ask it. What do I do?
Oh, so basically that paint is bad news. You want to get rid of that paint, but Mario can't do that without a water pack. And it also hurts your health, so you don't want any part of that.
Oh.
Water will clean you off, so that's good.
All right, I'm in a good place.
But if you
then.
swim over to the shore there, and you go up on the balcony, the brick there, the sidewalk, there's a water pack that you can find.
What?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, all right.
It's the Flood. One of the great Mario power-ups of all time, in my opinion.
Thank you for purchasing this item from Gad Science Incorporated.
And yeah, we were talking to Brandon about this game and how it's
Scanning and classifying
I love that little scan of Mario's chubby gut.
subject identified.
It's sort of like this game was to the 3D Mario games what Super Mario Brothers 2 was to the 2D games, and that it was it was very different from the one before it. You could even say it was a total departure, although not to the extent Mario Brothers 2 was. But it was totally different. It played different. Like I said, it looked different. The music was familiar. It had that familiar Mario style and tone, but because of the beach theme, it sounded different. And the Flood added a whole new gameplay element to the concept of a Mario game. It was really cool place to take the series.
Someone asks, The Mist, if we liked Luigi's Mansion.
Loved Luigi's. Did you play that one?
Yes. I think I beat that one. Actually.
Yeah. That's a short game. Luigi's Mansion to this day, to me, the first one at least, it always seemed like a really good game, but what it really was a tech demo. You know, that was a game that was Nintendo basically saying, "Hey, look at how awesome the GameCube's hardware is. Look at all these cool effects we can do." So basically, you wanna spray crap, Brandon.
Let's spray crap.
Press R to spray water.
Do I gotta? Whoop. That's Z. Do I gotta fill my pack up with water?
Yeah, it'll slowly drain.
Oh, so we're already full then.
Yeah, you're full right now. You'll see a little meter when you start spraying. And you can change your nozzle. Yep, like that.
Take this green color stuff. What is that thing?
That's a paint piranha plant. Spray in its mouth.
How do I aim here?
You gotta spray right in his mouth.
Can I aim?
Yeah.
Or do I just...
There's a way you can... I forget what button it is. Try holding down R.
Oh, that's the wrong button again. R. Okay.
I think there's a way that you
R is
can...
the shoot button.
Try Y. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Take this.
But yeah, so Luigi's Mansion. There wasn't much of a game to the original. It was really short, really simple, in a good way. But it wasn't much of a launch title to get people really excited. I think that was one of Nintendo's missteps during the GameCube.
Holy cow! We just had a giant donation.
No way.
99 backers. We're at 4,800.
Oh, we're almost to 5 where we're going to
very
give away
close
another
to
game.
5,000.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Whoever that was.
Oh,
thank you.
someone donated a lot. Thanks so much, guys. That means a lot. Thanks a lot.
Save and continue. Continue. I'm just gonna continue.
You can just continue.
You probably don't ever want to play this.
I don't want to play your
ever
save
again.
file.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there were things going on in Luigi's Mansion from a technical standpoint that were super impressive at the time, and really still are.
Yeah. Just off the top of my head, that and Pikmin were probably my 2 favorite GameCube games.
Yeah, there you go. Pikmin was a great game. The GameCube, I talked about earlier how the Super Nintendo is one of the greatest consoles, but I wasn't sure if it was my favorite. And the reason I say that is because I think the GameCube's my favorite console of all time. Just for the fact that it had so many weird, different, quirky games on it. Like, you talked about Pikmin, Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion. It was so different from all the other consoles before it.
How can one not be aware of what is going on?
The games took a very sideways approach to their genres. And it was also a time when Nintendo started doing a lot of new IPs. Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion, they were introducing a lot of things and new characters that, before they hadn't. Certainly not on the 64.
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely good stuff that came out of that.
And I think one of the great underrated things about the GameCube as well is the Mario sports games were at their apex to me on the GameCube. And for local multiplayer, that's what it's all about. Those Mario sports games were amazing.
Truth is obvious.
It is none other than Mario.
Am I on trial?
Yeah, Mario's in big trouble.
What
They
is it?
think Mario polluted the island
Oh my gosh.
because it was actually Shadow Mario. It's all a big Ponzi scheme.
This is heavy.
Yeah, right? So poor Mario has been sentenced to clean up the entire island. And he didn't even make the mess! This is unbelievable. Look at the Twinkie over there on the bed.
This appears to be quite a predicament.
How does that thing talk?
Data
It's
analysis
Nintendo.
They ever explain that?
It's magic.
Where does that come
It's
from?
outer space.
Who made that thing?
It's like a...
but the
It looks like a
pollution
duck.
itself
Why is its mouth moving?
problem. Mario, you witnessed this object at the
What kind
airstrip.
of accent's that?
It is a
It's a
shine sprite.
robot
Shine sprites are the
body
source of
and-
power on Isle
I'm
Delfino.
confused.
They used to gather in great numbers at the Shine Gate, but the graffiti incident has polluted
The
island.
graffiti incident?
Shine
I see someone in the chat said GameCube over Super Nintendo. One more like that and I'm out of here, Derek. No, listen. Here's my thing. Let me justify myself. I think I said the GameCube might be my favorite, but I didn't say it was better than the Super Nintendo. I fully am aware that the Super Nintendo is like the greatest. I think it's Nintendo's greatest console. But I think the GameCube is my favorite. And I think there's a distinction there. Just I prefer... I mean, listen, one's an 11 and one's a 10.9, but I personally prefer the really weird, different games that they did on the GameCube. And like I said, it was also much like the Super Nintendo. It was such a contrast to the other consoles at the time. It was so different from the Genesis. The GameCube was sort of the same thing. It was very different from the PS2 and the Xbox. And I just appreciated that. And like you said you fell out of gaming during the GameCube era?
Yeah.
See, I had the opposite, where I fell out during the 64, where I stopped playing so much. And it was the GameCube, specifically it was Metroid Prime, that really got me back into gaming. And ever since then, I was into it even more than I was before. So there was something about the GameCube that really spoke to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what it was. It was probably just the time in my life where
Yeah,
I
for
wasn't
sure.
playing games.
Yeah, sometimes it's a subjective thing that there is no real rationale for.
And since then, I've kind of went back and played some of the things I missed.
Yeah.
Like even recently, I finally played Resident Evil 4 for the first time.
No way.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's great, obviously.
That's one of my 5 favorite games of all time, Resident Evil 4. That's just an amazing game. So basically, you go around this hub world, which is Aldofino. It's covered with this muck. You clear it away, and then that opens up new levels that Mario can go to, new sections of the island he can go clean up more muck.
Oh.
So this is basically your hub worlds, and to access gates, you have to destroy these guys.
I hate these games. Man, these inverted controls messing me up here.
Someone said they want to love the GameCube, but the games are expensive. Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks. A lot of the really good GameCube games, if you try to find them used, they're really expensive. You gotta wait till his mouth opens to spray in his mouth. There you go. Now get him. Nope. He closed it. Nope. Yeah.
All right.
Wait for it. Oh, he's gonna throw up on you.
That doesn't sound good.
He went back under. You gotta bring him back out. But no, I think this was the game, talking about the GameCube's faults, this is the game Nintendo should have launched the GameCube with, obviously. I think it was really cool that it was indicative of where they would go with the GameCube, doing things different. It was cool that they launched with Luigi's Mansion, but man, especially at that time, you really needed a heavy hitter to launch your system, and I think Mario Sunshine was the game that should have been.
What was your least favorite 3D platforming Mario, Derek?
Least favorite? Man, this is going to make people mad. I think as it stands right now, it's Mario 64.
Really?
Yeah. I think... Man.
That's probably my favorite.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's a great game, and I think it's one of the best ever. But I don't think it's aged well. You got to chase the princess. He went that way. Yep.
Okay.
He went that way.
I was not paying attention.
To the left. He went that way. See him? See him carrying the princess? Right there. Now you got to spray him.
Sure, get back here.
But yeah, so I think I think Mario 64 is probably one of the best designed 3D Mario games. But in terms of, here's where age comes in terms of the actual mechanics, I think they've aged in such a way that makes it the weakest of the 3D Mario games. I really do. Like, to me, there's no comparison between the new one for the Wii U, Mario 3D Worlds, and Mario 64. The new Wii U version, the new Wii U Mario plays way better than Mario 64. It's tighter, it's cleaner, it's more responsive. And that's not a knock on Mario 64. I mean, my God, Mario 64 is the first game of its kind. It was really the baby steps into 3D gaming for most people. So for its time, it was hugely groundbreaking and innovative. But it hasn't aged as well. I just think it's a control system that's been refined since then. And to me, that makes it the weakest of the 3D Mario games. Don't get too mad over that, because I do love them.
I'm furious. Oh, he mixed it up. Not the other way. Am I doing this right?
You just gotta blast him, dude.
I'm blasting him, but... Well, I'm sort of. I wouldn't say I'm doing a great job. Oh, come on, guy.
This is gonna paint your experiences with Sunshine negatively for the rest of your life.
This is not the venue. Oh crap! I'm stuck. You want to get this guy?
Do you want me to get him?
You get him, man.
I'll get him for you.
He needs to be stopped.
Stop the criminal in his tracks. All right, where'd he go? Princess Peach, by the way. What a dish. There you go.
Someone's calling me Mr. Excuses.
Mr. Excuses!
Ugh,
That's going to catch on.
whatever.
Sounds like a wrestler. Like a heel wrestler.
100 backers. It's official. We have hit 100 backers.
100 people. That's awesome.
4,860. Can we make it to 5,000
I
and
think
give
we're
away?
going to do it. I think we're going to do it.
We hit it? Give away our second game?
I think we're
Once
gonna do
again,
it.
if you're just joining us, thank you guys for coming out, watching the show. Our first ever live stream ever.
Yeah, how cool is this? We're talking games.
I'll switch back to Mario.
Talking other crap. We were talking wrestling earlier.
Anyway, we're giving away some video games. First up, One Piece Unlimited World Red for the PS3 and Wii U, and Naruto Shippuden. I feel like I'm doing that.
How do you pronounce it?
Shippuden?
Say it one more time.
Shippuden. Unlimited Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3, thanks to our friends at Bandai Namco Games. Anyways, we've already hit 4,500, so we're giving at least one game away. If we hit 5,000 tonight, we're going to give away a second game. If we hit 5,500, we're going to give away the final game. As long as you donate $25 or more, you're entered to win. And $25, as it so happens to be, is how much you have to donate to get the DVD itself. So you're getting the DVD and a chance to win one of these games.
Which, by the way, these retail for these are like $50 games, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, so, you know, you're getting a DVD for $25 and a chance to win a $50 retail game. That's a pretty sweet deal.
And we are like zooming towards the goal here.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Because and I'll be honest, I was a little worried because we're getting close to the deadline. We need some help here.
Someone says, how do you donate? Click on the link right under the video. It says back CGR Undertow DVD on Kickstarter. Or you can go to bit.ly/UndertowDVD and it'll take you right there.
And like I said this before, but trust me, it's not, we're not just going to put YouTube videos on a disc and sell them to you. It's going to be a lot of insight. And like I said, it's going to be the videos part is going to be a whole single play feature. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be me and the clone looking back at our best videos as voted by you guys. So if you back the DVD, you actually get to vote on what videos we take a look at. So that's pretty cool.
And all kinds of extra features. It's
Yep.
not just DVDs. We got a documentary, chronicles the whereabouts, how Undertow came to be.
From the pond to from the pond to Polaris.
We got a gag reel.
Gag reel, our funniest moments.
You went
We
ahead
have
and looked
interviews.
through a ton of reviews.
I've been watching everything we've ever done and picking out funny moments.
And we're going to put all this together in one fun video.
It's going to be great.
We just announced recently that we're doing a top 25 NES games ever feature that you will be able to see first on the DVD. And a bunch of reviews that you guys get to pick what you want on there. After the campaign is over, we'll send out a survey, and the winners of that survey will go on the DVD.
Thank you, Brandon, for the update.
Hey, that's my job.
This is me playing Mario right now, by the
Yeah.
way.
You know, you're actually progressing through the game.
So here's one of the things I love so much about this game is that I think when platformers went 3D after Super Mario 64, I really think a lot of them started to miss the plot a little bit in terms of what a platformer is, and they just became collectathons. It's one of the reasons I disliked Donkey Kong 64. That's not as much a platformer as it is a 3D adventure game where you're just walking around collecting crap. This is a 3D platformer, and you might say, well, what's the difference? If you've been watching me jump around, the emphasis in this game is jumping, reaching high areas, making dangerous leaps. And paired with the water pack, it's one of the reasons the water pack is so brilliant, is it enables you to do some really cool moves. Look at this. I mean, the movement in this game is just second to none. Still to this day, it's so smooth and responsive. This is what a platformer is. It's not about collect the banana fairies and all the 18 different coin colors. It's actually about, like, platforming and the joy of movement, which is what the Mario games were always based on.
Someone asks if there's a gag reel, Mark better be in it, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mark is in.
Mark's in there a couple times. Mark's been on CGR Undertow a bunch of times, making little cameo appearances and stuff. Absolutely. Might even have some stuff on there. I know people like when he beats the hell out of me with a game com for some reason. Imagine if your boss did that. That's what I want. Everyone thinks it's funny. Why don't you think about that for a minute? If your boss beat the hell out of you with a crappy handheld. I love this game so much I can't even talk about it coherently.
Got another backer.
Hey!
68 hours. We got 102 backers. We are
This might happen.
we are getting close to our goal. So
And you know what?
if you have not yet donated, click the link under the video here.
It's only-
bit.ly/undertowdvd and make this thing a reality.
It's only going to happen thanks to you guys. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to S your D. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. If we don't hit our goal in 68 hours, there's unfortunately not going to be a DVD.
That's correct.
It cannot happen. Without,
So if you've been
your
putting it
support.
off, and believe me, I know, I sympathize. I put everything off. That's fine. Just, you know, tell Siri or Cortana to remind you or whatever. Just make sure you remember that we've only got 68 hours to go. And we're only like $2,000 away now, right? 2,000 and change, right?
Yeah. So we're close. This can actually happen.
This could happen.
68 hours might not seem like a ton of time, but that's totally doable.
It's a couple days, yeah. That's a very doable goal that we're at. Now, I mean, Super Mario Sunshine obviously got a lot of mixed reviews, and I think part of the reason is because it was so different. Introducing the flood sort of changed the Mario gameplay a little bit. Although I would argue it's still... I mean, there's nothing that the flood is doing that the Raccoon Leaf didn't do in Mario 3. You know, it's extending your jumps. It's enabling sort of safer platforming. So I think it's actually far more in tune with the Mario spirit than it gets credit for. But I think part of it, too, is, you know, it's not traditional in that sense where you're not stomping on Koopas and Goombas and there's no Fire Flower. You know, it is a very different Mario game. I think that's part of the reason it got some flack.
I want to clear up something real quick. People are asking if it doesn't get funded, do they still basically give
Lose their money
to us?
No.
Kickstarter, if it doesn't get funded, then you
get your money.
You get your money back. You actually never lose your money in the first place.
Yeah, we don't
until
take
it's
that
funded.
money until it gets funded.
So you're safe to donate.
Yep. That money stays in your account until the DVD gets funded, at which point, yeah, you will make the donation. You're just pledging, basically, on Kickstarter to make the donation.
I have a super secret special game we can play that I talked about before the show actually started, so I don't know if you want to take a break from this and maybe we can play that game.
Yeah, I'm just jumping around talking about the
right.
freedom of movement in Mario Sunshine. So basically, I'll end on this. Go back, especially, you know, in a post-Galaxy world where everyone's really into 3D Mario games again. Because if you remember, after this one, there was some skepticism, but everyone seems to be back on board. Go back and give this one a chance. It's way cooler than you may remember, and way prettier too. Put this in your Wii with some 480p cables. It's a beautiful game. Give it some love.
All right, here we go. We'll go back to Kickstarter. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Is this a surprise? I don't know.
It's
what
a surprise, yeah. I had a very in-depth conversation with everybody before.
Oh, you were in
the stream.
You
began.
were like
I was chatting it up with
you
people.
were chatting. That's cute. What were they saying about me?
You don't want to know.
It's unbelievable. I'm not going to pay attention to what you're plugging in. Not that I pay attention to most things anyway.
All right, you got the controller. I hit the microphone. Sorry about that.
It's all right. I don't know what we're playing. Brandon did not tell me. I'm not looking at the screen yet. You tell me when to look, Brandon.
Hold on. Okay.
No! God, no! Oh, my God! Oh! Oh, God.
This wasn't my idea. This is somebody else's.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, let's get into this. Great
oh
game,
my
right?
God.
You like this? She's so sparkly.
Oh my God. That's what your brain looks like after you play this game. It's all bejeweled. Okay. This is one of the worst games that I've ever reviewed. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. So, have you guys ever actually played this game? Because if you haven't, I gotta tell you, you don't really know what evil is until you've played this game. It's kind of like what I imagine like priests go through when like they go the super secret exorcism training. Like, and they probably tell them like, oh, I know you probably thought this was just a movie, and then they open the closet and there's a girl hanging upside down spewing blood out of her ears. I feel like that's what this game's like. You know, you think it's just a myth, and then, holy God, you know, call Father Marin.
Did you think of that before?
What, that analogy?
Yeah.
No, that's off the top of my head.
All right. That's
This is
impressive.
why. Thanks, Brandon. This is why I'm on the internet with a microphone.
103 backers.
Hey, 100. I was gonna say 101 Dalmatians, but we're 2 Dalmatians past that.
Yeah. We are like almost 2,000 away from getting this thing done.
Yeah.
And we're only
$120
Yes.
away from giving away another game.
giving away another game. Once we hit 5,000, we're going to give away another game to you guys.
More free crap. More free crap, as if we're not giving away enough free crap.
All right, here, let's play Barbie.
All
I
right.
think everyone wants to see what Barbie's about.
Well, let me tell you what Barbie's about. It's
What's
about,
Barbie about?
It's about consumerism at its finest. Barbie wakes up one day. First question you're asked here is supermodel or junior model, and as I said in the review, incidentally, it's also the first question they ask suspected pedophiles when they confiscate their hard drives. Supermodel or junior model? What's your preference?
Well, I don't even
Brandon?
remember the difference.
Well, let me tell you what the difference is. Junior model is just training for the mini games. Supermodel is the full game.
Well,
They
that's-
don't tell you that because it's a terrible game.
Well, yeah, it's a supermodel.
So here's what happens. Let me narrate. Barbie's sitting at the dinner table, alone, I might point out. And then she starts daydreaming of driving recklessly, at which point she immediately does that. She drives in her stupid pink Ferrari or whatever it is, immediately starts disobeying traffic laws. Look at that poor guy. That poor hippie guy in the Volkswagen the Beetle with his sustainable surfboard tied to the top of it with twine that can be recycled.
Stop at the Hollywood Museum. He passed
Oh,
it.
so I picked up a purse. Let's see what the purse does. Oh, it means I get to match Barbie with a magazine cover. Did you even see? I didn't even look what the magazine cover was.
No, I wasn't
Oh,
paying
shit.
attention.
Well, now how am I going to match her if I don't even remember what it was?
Well, this is your job. You're supposed to be paying attention.
Barbie looks pretty good in that one, though. Yeah, Barbie.
What are you doing? Just pressing the arrow button?
Barbie. Fuck yeah.
I think it's that one.
That reminds me of Hot Tub Time Machine. Did you ever see that movie?
I have.
This reminds me of like one of the outfits in Hot Tub Time Machine. Barbie's so tight in that.
I think it's that.
So tight. It's definitely not that.
What happens if it's not that?
You fail.
Is it that?
I don't know. Oh, we were right! I just guessed. All right. So anyway, that's just a mini game. The real point of the game is that you drive around. Barbie has to... Oh, and I lost because I'd already hit too many cars. Oh, my God.
Try again.
And then that's it. Look, Barbie's like, why am I eating alone? Could it be because I'm a selfish...
Is this all happening in her head? I mean, she's
That's what I don't know.
like dreaming about it.
Well, I will say Barbie Game Girl for the Game Boy seems to just be a long psychedelic episode that she's going through, like a hallucinogenic freakout. But this game, it seems to have sort of similar patterns. Like, I'm starting to think these Barbie games are basically, there's a subplot, and that is that Barbie doesn't even really exist, and she's all just a figment of her own imagination.
That's deep, man.
So I'm skipping the purse because I don't want to play that lousy minigame. But then you get...
Update, 104 backers.
Woo!
We are very, very close to 5,000. 4,930.
That's big news. So then you get to the... Here's what Barbie was racing to get to. training for her modeling walk. So all you have to do is you have to remember X, X, Y, Y.
This seems very important.
It's very important. And then she drives all the way back across town to get to the actual modeling gig.
Man, a day in the life of Barbie, huh?
Oh, doesn't it look exhausting?
Yeah.
Look at that dog on the sidewalk, obviously pooped out stars.
There's all kinds of dogs here. And old ladies, apparently.
And no one
Dog.
picked up the dog's star poop.
Homeless guy?
He looks very homeless. You're homeless!
What's
Here's
that
a
thing?
minigame. Let's play this minigame.
Oh, yes!
Memorize the cover, because we gotta match it.
I forget.
Oh, God damn it, Brandon. Alright. What color was her eyeshadow? I think it was pink.
I literally don't. I have no idea.
I think it was pink. I don't remember what color her nails were, though. Oh, no!
You got this. 105.
See, look at Barbie. I put on Barbie and all of a sudden everyone starts donating. It's unbelievable.
$45 away.
This says a lot about our society.
From
You know, we're
hitting
living in
5,000.
one. I don't remember what earring. Does anyone in the chat remember what earrings she was wearing?
Yeah, the chat's behind. We can actually cheat here. Except now we gotta wait a little bit.
No, we'll wait. Because I don't want to get this wrong. There's a lot at stake right now.
Yeah, this is very important. Anyway, yeah, we're $45 away from hitting 5,000 and giving away another video game.
Yep. And like I said, we're going to give these away when the Kickstarter ends, which is 68 hours from now. So you'll be notified. We have your information thanks to Kickstarter.
And really, you win this if we hit the goal or not. So.
Hey, do you want to give away this goddamn game?
No, I think we should keep this one around.
Can we?
Oh, yeah. Wait. Did I just... Yeah, we were doing something else. Oh, well. You're in trouble.
What earrings was she wearing?
Those ones. Triangles. Or those... I don't know what those were.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Chat, help!
I think it's those.
You're just making things up, Brandon.
Well, what happens if we lose? We
There's
gotta
so much at stake. Did you ever think what would happen if you were at your job and you were making a decision and someone said, "Oh, what does it matter?" Brandon, it matters, damn it.
It's those earrings.
I hope you're wrong.
I'm obviously not.
The hair's right. That's the only thing we got right.
Well...
Anyway, there's the new Hollywood Museum, not to be confused with the old one, because, you know, why would you want an old museum?
Wait, they've already destroyed the old one and made a new one?
They paved over it
Wow.
with a shopping mall, because in Barbie's world, that's what you do. You pave over natural historical monuments and museums and national parks, and you put parking lots and 3-story parking garages and shopping malls. Okay, do you remember what the routine was? I think it was
What?
X.
Why?
Look at that lady in the front row there's not even paying attention to Barbie. She's looking to the side. She's looking at Greg or Skipper over there. Did we do it?
Now what? Oh.
We got it!
Yay. Maybe.
Yeah, now we progress to the next level.
Some of these photographers aren't even photographing.
That's what I mean.
Barbie.
They're not even paying attention. And look at that lady in the bottom left. She looks like some sort of leper.
You sure it's a lady?
I don't know what it is.
It's like a demon.
Spare a nickel for an old ex-leper? Look at this crap. You know the sad thing is I'm borderline an expert on this game. And then Barbie's in a revealing bikini, which is the only redeeming quality of this game. And then she just starts rollerblading all over the place. And then she trips because her head weighs 30 ounces.
Derek, if you want to play something else, we can move on. What do we got? We got like...
Hey, if this is what people want, who am I to
you
argue?
know, I don't know if they want it or not. But we're giving it to them.
I think that should be our motto. We don't know if you want it or not, but we're giving it to you. By the way, the weather in space is horrendous today. I'm skipping the minigames. F you. Okay, so it's Y.
X. Y.
Y.
X.
X. And I think X is curtsy, too. Barbie's a hell of a curtsier. Y, X, Y, X. That's all you need to know. But I wish I was at the beach right now. Unfortunately, all the beaches in space are acidic, and they'll literally burn all your flesh away. Look at this jabroni walking with his green shirt. And that guy running with his blue shirt. So the stars are just bonus points. Literally, all they do is give you bonus points.
What's your high score?
18 million.
Wow. You've spent a fair amount of time with this game.
My high score is 19.99 on sale. Oh crap! What was the routine?
Y X Y X.
Y.
Or the opposite of that.
X. Y.
Yes, this is right. Curtsy
X,
at the
because
end.
curtsy was the finish, the big finish. Look at that!
We won.
Woohoo!
All right, what else can we play?
Let's play something else. Let's take some questions from the chat. We haven't done that in a while.
I've been looking.
Any good questions?
Send us some questions. We'll answer them. I don't think there's anything. They're just talking about Barbie stuff.
Talking about Barbie.
You know, the usual.
The usual. I saw somebody asked a question about animation. They asked, is John Kricfalusi the greatest animator of all time? Well, and this is another question of greatest or favorite, which goes back to the Super NES GameCube conversation we had. He's my favorite, but I don't know if he's the greatest. I think he's the greatest of our time, but like I think there'd be no John K without guys like Bob Clampett. So I think for me, greatest of all time would be a guy like Clampett or Chuck Jones, or somebody like that. But yeah, I think John K's my favorite. It's a good question.
All right, pick one more game. We'll play it, and maybe wrap this up.
How long have we been going here?
Like almost 2 hours.
No way.
Yeah. Time has flown by.
Time has flown by. This has been fun. This has gone well.
$45 left.
I got news for you. We're 45 away. All we need is 2 more people to back the DVD, and we'll give away another game.
Yeah. So let's do it.
So let's give another game away. What games should we play, chat? We have lost games.
Do you want to play Mega Man?
We could play that. I mean, I'm not any good at it.
Neither am I.
Well, you're digging that track, aren't you, Brandon?
It's one of the best. Anyway, let's update people if you just stopped by.
If you just stopped by, welcome. I'm Derek from Classic Game Room.
And I'm Brandon.
And Brandon's a guy who, you know
Game
me from Classic Game Room. I'm the host of CGR Undertale. Brandon's a guy who puts all the videos together. I do as little as possible here. So all the crap you see from me, that's all Brandon putting that together. I just record it, and then I tell him how it should go, and then he ignores me and puts it together however he wants. So that's his job.
Anyway, we are making a DVD, and
No!
it's on Kickstarter right now. You can go to bit.ly/UndertowDVD. And we're also giving away some games. So we've already hit the $4,500 level, so we're giving one game away. If we hit the $5,000 level, we're going to give away a second game, which we're only $45 away. So anyone who donates, if someone just donates $50,
We're entered. You're entered automatically.
yeah. If you give at least $25 or more, you're entered to win One Piece Unlimited World Red for the PS3 or Wii U, or Naruto Shippuden for Unlimited Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3. So anyone who donates $25 or more is entered to win automatically. We got to get to 5,000 here soon in order to
Give away crap.
give away the second game.
Give away crap. We're not playing Gex 64. Sorry, Mr. Guy. We're not
You got a
playing
game?
Gex 64.
All right, I'm gonna get this game up.
How to Train Your Dragon 2! Tyler Cohen, how dare you! Or that wasn't even Tyler Cohen. I yelled at you for no reason. I apologize. It was Silverstein or something. I can't read it from over here. I'm in a delirious haze most of the time. We're playing some of the greatest games of all time here today. And then we also play Barbie Supermodel. I like to think when people say, what's the mission statement of CGR Undertale? Well, I like to think that it's exactly that. That we're not afraid to dig into the things that exist. And, you know, there are cockroaches in the world. Someone needs to shine a light on them and make everyone aware of their presence. CGR Undertale is the cockroach exterminator of video game reviews.
I gotta blow into this cartridge.
We should put that on the new shirt that I have to design. Oh, come on, guys. Just please, God, do Gex 64. I don't even have it here, or I would play it, since you're very much into it. I would put it in if we had it, but I don't have it here. Do you have Gex 64, Brad?
No.
Have you ever played it?
No.
Enter the Gecko. Someone asked what job was I interested in before I was on YouTube. I was basically doing the same thing I'm doing now. Video game journalism is really the only professional job I've ever had. I wrote stuff for various sites before I came to Classic Game Room and started doing video. So that's that. There's that answer. Look, guys, this is the only thing I know how to do. And this is why we need your support for this goddamn DVD. It's the only thing we're any good at.
We're close.
And we're very close to making it happen. But yeah, I can't do manual labor. Can you imagine me at a real job where I have to do, like, real work? That wouldn't go very well. I've been fired from all of those jobs. All I can do is just yell things about video games. And basically use all of our viewers as a conduit to try to get Emma Watson to marry me. I'm using all of you and your influence.
All right. We got a game here.
Here we got a big one. This is another big one.
Shwaboom.
Shababoom! And this goes back to continuing the theme of games that meant everything to me as a kid. Brandon, was this a big one for you?
Yes.
Yeah. And yet games that I'm still terrible at.
2, I guess, more than 3. Only because I only played 2. I don't know if I ever played 3.
Well, so yeah, I think it comes down, most people are Mega Man 2 guys or Mega Man 3 guys. You know, those are sort of your, if you ask people what's the best Mega Man, those are the 2 answers you're going to get most of the time. And it's, you know, it comes down to another thing where I'm fully aware that Mega Man 2 is probably the greater Mega Man game, but Mega Man 3 is my favorite.
Start it up.
Let's start. I don't have a controller.
It's on the floor.
Oh,
You threw it on the floor. You animal.
See what you made me do with all of this Barbie nonsense? So Mega Man 3. Ah, man. I love this game so much. However, I will also, full disclosure, I am terrible at it. So Brandon and I are probably going to have to pass the controller back and forth. And, you know, we're not going to do very well, I can tell you that. So which boss should we do first? I know there's an order, I don't remember the order. Like, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of order, like, you know, different orders you can do. Like, beat a certain boss and then it'll make the next bosses easier. But to me, I've always found, I don't know, Snake Man is my guy. I can beat him one-on-one. So we're going to do that. Also one of my favorite bosses just ever. Alright. Here's a question. Has there ever been a video game franchise with better character design than this? Everything is just so awesome. All the character design is just brilliant. Well, the robots have eyes and stuff, and they all look like all the enemies in this game look cohesive. They look like they were all built by the same mad scientist. There's a cohesion there that I think really works. But I'll tell you so Mega Man 3, one of the reasons I love it so much is that, no, I think there's a stereotypical Mega Man setting. It's like very mechanical. I think back to, you know, guys like Metal Man and like, you know, these characters that had, their levels were very much based on mechanisms and gears and things like that. I feel like in Mega Man 3, it started to get a lot more diverse. Like the Snake Man stage, you know, is a stark contrast to some of the more stereotypical Mega Man stages that are all about mechanisms and stuff. And one of my favorite is actually the Gemini Man stage. I think it's one of the coolest, most stylish, atmospheric of the early Mega Man boss levels. As you can see, I'm just not very good at these games. I'm not great at most video games. I just enjoy playing them. Like, are you good at video games, Brandon?
It depends on what kind of video games. Like platformers, I'm probably not very good at.
Like, I don't get
You're
into
much better at platformers than I am.
I don't get into the whole pissing contest over being good at video games. I don't care. I just like to have fun.
Probably my favorite genre of game is RPG.
Really?
Yeah. Western RPGs.
Not the Japanese stuff.
Not so much.
I'm not into Japanese games, period.
Stuff like Skyrim and Oblivion and anything from Bethesda, Fallout. Yeah. I love that stuff.
I mean, if you're a gamer, there are Japanese games you like, obviously. But I'm saying, like, the overly Japanese games, I certainly don't get into.
I'm actually... I don't feel like I need to get into the current generation of gaming yet until Fallout 4 comes along.
Like the PS4, Xbox One
Yeah.
stuff, yeah. Do you have a Wii U?
No.
No?
I don't have any current gen anything. I got the Wii, PS3, 360.
Oh, you got all three from the last gen.
And, yeah. There's nothing out there yet that is...
Blowing your mind,
Yeah. Waiting for Fallout.
All right.
Or if they want to go crazy and make a new Skyrim already.
Oh, you're a big Skyrim guy.
Skyrim's great.
This is a tough jump. This is one of those jumps with Mega Man where you gotta have your toe like right on the level.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, but man, Mega Man 3's... I think, like for Mega Man 2, it was such a big deal. All they really had to do was make another Mega Man 2, a game that was exactly like it. And I really admire Capcom in that Mega Man 3 was very different from Mega Man 2. And they took some risks and did some cool things with it. You know, it's like, I mean, it's 90% Mega Man. It's like the same game. But, you know, there are a lot of, if you know Mega Man 2 very, very well, there are a lot of things that are different about Mega Man 3 that I really appreciate. And I'm big on aesthetics too, and I think aesthetically it's a more interesting game.
Let's see, do we have any questions? Bethesda ruined RPGs for me.
Uh-oh. You're going to start a fight with Brandon.
It's alright, you can, you know.
You can be wrong, Brandon said.
Whatever. Spend way too much time in Skyrim, says Insanity Crow.
I'll tell you, that's one thing. The older I get, the less time I have for those like massive 80-hour time suck games.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like,
I don't disagree with you.
I'm like, if you're younger, maybe like if you're in college or younger, you still have time for that. But like, man, cherish that now, because you get to a certain age where it's like you just don't have the time to pour into that anymore. I miss those days. Those were fun days. It's like a vaguely It's like a vaguely steampunk aesthetic to some of this stuff too in Mega Man games, like the clouds with the propellers and stuff. A lot of really cool styles coming together. Capcom, I mean, Nintendo has always been my favorite developer, but Capcom back in the day was a really close second. Their Disney games on the NES, obviously their Mega Man games. You know, they did a lot of games during the NES era that really resonated with me. Not so much anymore. But then again, I'm sort of jaded by a lot of the modern gaming landscape, to be honest.
Novo Blue, what is your most hated game? Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we did. We've talked about worst games, but you don't really hate worst games because you don't expect anything from them. Is there a game that you hate because you expected it to be something and it broke your heart? That's a really good question.
There was one I was thinking of, and then I completely blanked on it. Why are those clouds bombs?
Those are clouds. They're bullets, like, but with clouds around them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, now it's Snake Man. Now, see, it's been a while since I played this, but I used to be able to beat him just with the regular Mega Man. Although I know that I'm sure there's a path that would make Snake Man really easy. What we have to understand is I'm not very good at video games.
Still $45 away from 5,000.
Like
we get that by the end of the show.
We're like the...
Gonna give away a game.
We're like, you know, the math people.
Yeah, math team.
Math team, go! I'm gonna die. God damn it. Why does Mega Man have to be so goddamn hard?
You got this.
Oh, I got him! I got him! I got him!
You got this.
No! Oh, I almost
man.
had him, though. I almost had him.
But you didn't. What's the greatest game of all time?
Man. What's your pick for the greatest game of all time, Brandon? Not your favorite. Keep in mind, I think there's a distinction to make.
Now you made that difficult.
Like, what? I'm not asking what your favorite game is. What do you think is the greatest? And I think there's a difference between greatest and best, too. I think there are games that are great, but might not necessarily be the best of their series. just because of the influence they had. I think that plays into the greatest. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I can tell you, I think the greatest game of all time is still Ocarina of Time. I think that's the greatest game of all time. Even though it might not even be the best Zelda anymore. I think they've improved the formula since. I still think it's the greatest because it changed everything about that series, and it was at the time it was the greatest, it was the best, it was the everything, it was the be all end all. And so I still think to this day there's not been a game, at least to me, that's been as great as that game was for its time. That was a game that, holy crap, that blew minds when it came out. That was a game that, too, wasn't like the most popular thing in the world. The 64 was struggling a little bit. It was getting trounced by the PlayStation. So it wasn't the most popular thing in the world to be a Nintendo fan at that time. But that was a game that made everyone want a 64. Even the most jaded PlayStation fans who were grew up with the Genesis and had long abandoned the Nintendo train.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time was the game that made them. All of a sudden, everyone was talking about the Deku Tree and lunch. I was like, what is this weird world that I live in now? Where I'm no longer the weird kid because I like Nintendo.
That's the problem with that question is there's so many different answers.
Yeah.
And they're always all the same.
I think you could probably pick one for every generation that's, great for its generation. I think we've played a couple that you could argue were the greatest for their generation today. Mario 3 during the NES generation. GoldenEye for the N64. Certainly one of the greatest. Super Model Barbie.
Obviously, one of the best.
I'm just going to keep dying. Do you want to try, Brandon?
Sure. I'll probably just die.
You'll probably die too. Wait, I'll kill this
much?
guy for you.
Let's say something like Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2, that's a good pick.
Fantastic. All right. I got the controller now.
He just committed seppuku or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
You jerk.
I told you this wasn't going to go well.
No. See, we're not very good. But we're content with that, and I think that's important. You got to get that toe right over the edge.
Come on, toe.
Keep going. Keep going.
Tell me when.
You're good. You're good.
Jump.
Nope, keep going.
No.
Yep, keep going.
Jump.
Now jump.
Yes. I couldn't have done that.
Mega Man defied physics because he could just hang with his toe over the edge. That's how much of a badass Mega Man was. And by the way, Capcom, I got a bone to pick with you. How can you have something as awesome as Mega Man and just continually screw it up? Like, they're not even doing... It's taking Nintendo to do awesome things with Mega Man. Nintendo made Mega Man more relevant just by putting him in Smash Brothers than Capcom has done with Mega Man in forever.
I fell. Yeah, Capcom's weird right now.
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Resident Evil's all weird. The best Resident Evil game since 4 has been the 3DS spin-off type game, Revelations. That's better than 5, and it's better than 6. Like, what are they doing? Capcom, look at what you used to be.
They're busy making a bunch of fighting games.
Who
That's the exact same.
Who cares?
Yeah. I don't know, Capcom.
Come on, man.
All right.
Well, this goes back to us complaining about gaming, where it's like, I always say this. I say gaming is like that friend. Video games have become the friend you grew up with and was always like your best friend. But then you go away to college.
No.
You just died. And then when you come back and you see the old friend after like a year at college, they're like not the same and they've changed and they're kind of douchey because they joined a frat. That's what gaming is. It's like you still hang out with them, but they're kind of weird and it's not the same anymore. I feel like that's where gaming is for me right now. My favorite stage aesthetically from the Mega Man games, at least from the first 3. Such a cool contrast. The way you start off in this really minimalistic top surface. It's all like icy, glassy rock with a really cool soundtrack. And again, this is a big, like we talked about, the contrasts from the ultra mechanical levels that you expect from Mega Man to something like this with just that pitch black starry background and these awesome, cool, icy formations that you're walking on. Very cool. And then, of course, as the level progresses, you drop down into this like almost Metroid-like underworld. Just a really cool level. And Gemini Man, I think one of the best bosses, too, in Mega Man.
I'm somehow not doing completely awful.
No, this is a pretty easy level, but Gemini Man is a really tough boss.
No! No, not again.
You're doing all right.
I gotta stop jumping. Holy cow. Stop shooting me with eggs.
You gotta watch out those explosive eggs.
Gosh. Stupid fire.
How did Brandon and Derek meet? Someone asked. Here at work. Brandon was hired. I've been at CGR Undertow since we started it. I was here when we started it. We started it 4 years ago, and then Brandon came in. It's not long after that, right?
When did you?
I started in May 2010. That was when CGR Undertow started.
And I started in May 2011.
So a year later. So Brandon's been here for most of the Undertow run. And yeah, that's where I met him, here. The Classic Game Room offices. I was like, who's this jabroni that we hired? And he turned out to be not so douchey, so.
Thanks.
Mr. Excuses. You gotta watch out for that cheaply placed enemy there.
Right.
But yeah, Brandon, Brandon is an unsung hero behind the scenes. He runs our CGR Undertow Twitter, at CGR Undertow. He does all the Facebook stuff for Classic Game Room. All the pictures and stuff you see on our Instagram and stuff, Brandon takes all those pictures. He's the one who edits all my videos and puts them together and makes me sound coherent. That's all Brandon. He's a boss. And then look how cool the level just totally changes when you drop that. I just love this.
What are those things?
So like alien pods, and then you have to pop them. It's just amazing. Love the color too.
No, get away from me.
Sometimes you get really lucky and there's like extra lives and lots of health in those eggs.
I feel like I'm not going to get lucky.
No, probably not.
Let's get out of here. I don't like that.
You're almost at Gemini Man too.
You go for DVD stuff? Let's see, where are we at?
Where are we at, Brandon?
Where are we at? Oh,
We got someone just. How weird is that? That you said let's go over it, and someone just backed it right when you said that. We're $20 away from $5,000, and then giving away another game, which is pretty sweet. By the way, the games that we have to give away, we've got 2 codes for One Piece Unlimited World Red. We got a PS3 code and a Wii U code, and we've also got a code for Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3. Those are thanks to our friends at Bandai Namco Games. We've got 2 of those codes. We're gonna give one away. Well, we've already given one away because we hit the $4,500 mark. Our next giveaway is at $5,000, and what we're gonna do is, if you've backed the DVD today, we're tracking all that, and you're automatically entered. If you've donated $25 or more, you're automatically entered to win one of these 3 games. So.
and like we said before, you can get the DVD for $25.
Get that head. You need that head.
No. How do I kill this thing?
You gotta shoot the top of it. That's all right.
I was trying.
Fine. You're doing fine.
I was trying.
But yeah, so 25 or more, you get the DVD for free, basically. Well, it's not for free, but $25. But then you're also supporting CGR Undertow and entered to win free crap in these free games.
You want to try this?
Sure.
I mean, I've already shown that I'm pretty awesome at it.
Reset it. We'll pick a different boss.
You reset it. You haven't tried.
Oh,
Oh, reset the console. Okay.
yeah, and we'll announce the winners on Twitter. We're going to announce the winners of these giveaways once the campaign ends. So.
Let's see. I'm going to check for questions.
Yeah, get some questions from the chat. That's fun.
I haven't been watching since I was playing. Terribly.
What are some good questions? What are some bad questions?
Favorite Mario character?
Favorite Mario character? Well, I think you gotta go with the big guy himself. Gotta go with Mario. He's iconic. I mean, Mario, too, is another one of those things that, like, as a kid, that was my first exposure to video games, was Mario. So, yeah, I gotta say he's the boss, right?
I just saw one. Where is it? It was basically, if there was a review that you could do over again, which one would it be?
Pretty much anything I did prior to 2012. I'd like to redo. We talked about this earlier because you just joined us. If you watch any of the really early CGR Undertow stuff, you'll find that I was really experimenting a lot with figuring out how to project my voice and how to record video, because, as someone asked before, I did not have any video background before this. All my background, all my training is in written journalism and print. So when I came here, I had no video experience, so it took me a long time to figure out how to, what voice to use, how loud to speak. So a lot of the really old Undertow stuff, what I was doing was written reviews that I'd always done and just reading them, and they did not work as well in video as they would have in print or on a website, which that took me a long time to learn. So yeah, pretty much anything from those days I would like to go back and redo. Maybe I will someday, who knows.
That's the question for you. Favorite cartoons?
Favorite cartoons? Oh man. So, I mean, we talked about how John Kay is my favorite animator, so pretty much anything he does, namely Ren and Stimpy, is my favorite cartoon. I think Ren and Stimpy, people pick up on this a lot in the stuff I write and the stuff we do for skits and stuff. They're like, oh, that seems like Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, it's because it probably is, because everything that all my understanding of the world around me as a kid was pretty much shaped by Ren and Stimpy. So, and that's the first 2 seasons, not the crap that came after that. But, so yeah, Ren and Stimpy, I'm a really big fan of old animation too. So I like a lot of the early 90s stuff, like the sort of the 90s renaissance of animation. Rocko's Modern Life is another one I'm a really big fan of. Tiny Toons was really good. But I'm a real big fan of the old animation, old Looney Tunes from like the 40s and even earlier. Old Disney shorts, things like that. And I like some like Hanna-Barbera stuff too, although some of it later on got a little crappy. But I do like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera stuff as well, the classic stuff.
This keeps coming up from Jeff. Why do you not like modern gaming? And dare I say, it stuck in the past, but still, and he still loves you, big strong man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, part of it is me. It's like I think gaming lost a lot of its innocence and a lot of the sort of here's another thing.
Oh, wait, update.
Uh-oh.
108 backers, we've passed $5,000.
Nice.
5,006.
5,006. That means we're giving away another game.
Giving away another game, guys.
Well done, everyone.
If we can get to 5,500 in the next 5 minutes, we're going to give away a third game.
Yeah. That one might not happen. Oh, I hate these parts. Why don't I like modern gaming as much? Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of reasons. I think it's not as, like I said, it's lost its innocence. There was an excitement about video games back in the day, and there was sort of a kind of purity about it. I don't know. That just isn't there right now. And I don't know. It's a little more. It was more fun to be a gamer back then too. Now it's like there's this litmus test for what makes you a quote unquote gamer, and that's such bullshit. Like. You should just be allowed to play whatever you want and enjoy that. And you shouldn't have to meet someone else's definition of what makes you... the thing that I always hate is when people say, how have you not played this? And it's like, dude, I don't know. I just haven't. Like, it's not the end of the world. I can still play video games if I haven't played the games you want me to, I don't know. I think... So part of it, I think, is the industry changing. Part of it is the community changing and starting to take video games... I don't want to say too seriously, but like kind of taking them too seriously. Like when we were kids, they were something fun that we did, but they weren't the be-all, end-all of our existence. And I think sometimes you notice that. We're like, I don't know, people are taking them so seriously that they make like personal attacks over them and stuff. And it's like, dude, just play Mega Man. Just breathe. Everything's gonna be okay.
Just breathe.
Just breathe, everyone. Just breathe. Let's watch some Ren and Stimpy together. But yeah, I mean, there are good modern games. I don't know, Brandon. Like, what do you think about old versus new?
like new. I mean, like I just said, the current generation really hasn't struck me at all.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things I don't like about it. With the DLC and holding stuff back and pre-order stuff and
stuff that's already made and in some cases like on the disc, right? Yeah. That they're then charging you to unlock or whatever.
And like I said before, I got out of gaming in the GameCube, and then the previous generation with 360 and PS3, I got really obsessed with like gaming and the community and like going to forums and that kind of stuff and listening to podcasts, and that is honestly what got me back into gaming and probably why I have this job right now.
Yeah.
Is playing online with people and listening to podcasts and just enjoying the culture of gaming and that kind of thing and talking with other people. And I feel like that, like you said,
it's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Even just since the last generation 5 years ago.
It's gotten very mean.
It's gotten mean. It's gotten very, very too personal. People take video games personal, which is a really bizarre thing. That never happened. And like I said, we used to play video games like in person with people. Like you used to play on someone's couch. And so if someone didn't like a game, they would tell you right to your face, it's not for me. Can we play something else? And it was like, it wasn't a big deal. And you weren't less of a gamer because you didn't, I don't know. It's become a very strange thing that, I can't fully identify with anymore.
From Alex, Derek, if you give a shout out to the University of Georgia, I will donate.
University of Georgia! Wow, what's their name? What's their mascot in Georgia?
I can find that out.
Find that out. One of my original internet crushes is from Georgia, I think.
What does that mean?
Like one of the earliest like girls that I fell in love with on the internet, who were just random internet girls. She was from. Do you remember Snorg Tees? Snorg T-shirts?
Oh yes.
Yeah, the girl who did the modeling for them. I fell in love with her. She is gorgeous.
And then you stalked her.
And then
obviously.
I stalked her, obviously. Yeah, she's like my original internet crush. I think she's from Georgia or something. I don't know.
Let's see here. Bring up the old Wikipedia page.
University of Georgia. I know their logo is like a G.
Oh crap! All right. I gotta go back here.
I'm down with Georgia. I've never been to Atlanta, and I really want to visit.
Hairy Dog.
The Hairy Dogs.
D-A-W-G.
Dogs.
All right.
Is that where this person goes? Who said that?
I assume Alex.
Alex, you go to the University of Georgia. That's sweet. Is that a good school?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking George or Alex. Why did I say Georgia? Because Georgia.
Question for me: what was the first game you ever played, and what age were you?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very hard question to answer. Like I said before, it had to be something on the NES, and the NES, for whatever reason, like Kirby's Adventure was my go-to game.
Yeah.
So.
Did you come on late to the NES?
Yeah, I think so. It was my sister's console, and that was like my family really didn't play many games, so
right.
Outside of having an NES and playing it, I didn't really have any other exposure to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just played whatever she had, and she really didn't play, so that was kind of what I started out with. And then I went to like PC gaming and like Wolfenstein 3D.
Like DOS gaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. That was another big one. The original Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Changed a lot when I played it. And here's another thing I think when we talk about like what defines someone's taste in gaming as they get older is how they were introduced to gaming. And for me, this is probably going to be a weird one for some people, but I was introduced to video games through my grandmother. She had an NES, and at Thanksgiving when I was like 6 years old, she had a Dr. Mario tournament. It was like Dr. Mario was like the hot new game. So my family literally had like a 2-player Dr. Mario tournament, and that was my first experience with gaming, was playing video games with my family and seeing the fun in local multiplayer and how gaming brought people together, which is sort of the point. It seems like that's something people forget these days.
That's interesting.
But it was such a cool thing, and I think maybe that's why I prefer, like, some people say, oh, Derek's a casual gamer because he likes, games like Dr. Mario, and he prefers local multiplayer. But, like, I don't know, that's how I was introduced to it, and we got the NES after that, and I started to discover, like, the single-player stuff, the Mega Mans and the Mario Brothers, and obviously Kirby's Adventure and games like that. But yeah, there was always, to me, it was always more fun when the whole family was involved. That's why I loved the Wii, because it sort of, people said the Wii was a big change, but to me it actually got back to some old school gaming principles, like, hey, gaming's not just for these people who call themselves gamers, it's for everyone.
You died.
Oh, I've continuously died at this.
All right.
Let's bring up the cover, and we'll answer a couple more questions before we shut this down, because this is fun.
Yeah.
And plus, we're at 50-26, which is great. So we're going to give away 2 of these games.
2 games, and if you're just joining us,
What do you say we? Hey, here's an idea, Brandon.
what's up?
What if we lower our goal for the 3rd game, since
Okay.
we're going to be wrapping it up soon?
I can do that.
Instead of 50, we were going to go 5,500. We would give away the 3rd game. What if we lowered it to, like, I don't know. What do you think? How much longer do you want to go that we can?
We should probably wrap it up.
So let's do 51, because that'd be like 3 people.
Okay. 51.
So 51. If we get 51 in the next couple minutes, we'll give away the 3rd game.
And if you're just joining us, I might as well go over that. If we reach, what'd you say, 5,051?
Yeah, 5,000.
5,100.
5,100.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we reach 5,100 in the next few minutes, we're going to give away, we got 3 games to give away. One Piece Unlimited World Red for the PS3 and Wii U, and Naruto Shippuden for, oh, sorry. I keep forgetting the other line here. Unlimited Ninja Storm Revolution for the PS3.
That's so long.
Yeah, we've already given away 2 games. If we get $5,100 in the next few minutes, we'll give away the final game as long as you donate $5 or more. All you got to do is go to bit.ly/UndertowDVD, and we're very close to actually hitting that. We just got another one. 67 hours left. We're close to funding this thing with a bunch of awesome stuff. And obviously we appreciate everybody who's, first of all, watched the live show for as long as we have. We've been going for a lot longer than we expected.
Yeah, that's great.
But thanks for obviously backing and supporting the show, because this, honestly, getting this DVD made will help us definitely do more cool things in the future, and maybe more cool things like live streaming. So.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you it's pretty important to CGR Undertow to get this done. Not to get, but if we get this done, very good things could happen for the channel. So
Yeah.
it definitely means a lot to us. Not even, I'm not even talking about personally. I'm talking about the channel itself. It would be huge for us to get this goal. I know some of you are going, oh, you're still talking about this DVD, dude. Gotta do it. Sorry, only a couple. It's 67 hours left. So
yeah, this isn't like we're just trying to make a quick buck off this thing. It's something we want to do, something we've been getting requests for years. Obviously,
Yeah.
Mark did his, and that was a big success. So we want to do the same kind of thing and put all the extra features into it. Obviously, as we keep saying, it's not just reviews. We got a documentary, we got gag reels, we got the top 25 NES games of all time.
top 10
feature.
maybe. I don't know if we're gonna do 25.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was,
But 10.
Saying
But
words.
but you're making promises my ass can't cash. If you're writing checks I can't cash.
And obviously, tons of rewards that you guys can donate at. So
I can't even get to a boss in Mega Man. You and me do 25.
So yeah, jump on over there, bit.ly/UndertowDVD, giving away stuff to some lucky people, and we'll announce the winners of these games
As soon as the Kickstarter ends, right?
in 67 hours.
67 hours. Even if it doesn't get funded, we will still give you these games, just to clear that up.
5,066, 110 backers. That's a huge improvement.
Wait, we're less than $2,000 away in 2 days. That's
so close.
We're super close, guys. So
We can make this happen.
and yeah, so like Brandon said, thank you so much for not even if you didn't back it, even if you're just thinking about backing it, thank you just so much for watching CGR Undertow. We've been doing this for 4 years, and like I said, haven't really done anything like this where we talk to you directly live, and it just, man, it's so cool. Like, we were at Comic-Con in Pittsburgh, and we're going to be doing more cons, so stay tuned to our Twitter and stuff. But to see people come up and be excited to talk to us and stuff, and who watch the show and have watched it for 4 years, really awesome. And we couldn't do this if you guys didn't watch and hopefully support the DVD. So thank you so much.
We hit it.
Hey, we got there. We're
That's
giving
it.
away. There
Third
it is.
game.
Third game is being given away.
And obviously, yeah, you guys can keep supporting, and let's make it happen. 67 hours to go.
Let's answer a couple more questions, and then we'll shut this down.
Let's see. I haven't actually been looking.
Find 2 or 3 good ones, and then we'll shut this down.
Good ones. Let's check Twitter.
And here's more behind the scenes, guys. This was only supposed to be like an hour, and we've just been going and going and going. So, and that's all. Hey, that's all due to you guys because you guys have been awesome in the chat, and everyone's watching, and that's pretty cool. So,
Someone says, please do something like this again. And as I said, maybe we can do some more, but this DVD would definitely push
that
us
would help.
to do that.
Yeah. If this DVD is successful, it'll help us do a lot of cool stuff.
I'm not guaranteeing anything, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've said it before, if you can't give any money, if you don't have any money, go to Twitter, Facebook, Google, Tumblr, anything you can.
Is Tumblr a thing?
Tumblr's a thing.
Okay.
And
really?
Share it with people. Maybe get your friends to, give some money.
I have friends. Sometimes I sing songs while Brandon's looking for questions. Derek, what kind of shampoo do you use? Garnier Fructis. I use the one with Moroccan argan oil. I also shampoo with that, and then I condition with the same thing. Then when I get out of the shower, I use a leave-in conditioner product that helps keep the frizz down and help my beautiful red curls do what they do.
And I think we've talked about that more questions like that are going to be answered in the documentary on the DVD.
Yeah, the documentary will answer lots of questions. What else we got?
If you could go anywhere in space, where would you go?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I would love to go to Mars just because it's a... Look, this is part of the reason, remember I said earlier I chickened out from meeting Emma Watson? It's because I'm a results-driven guy. I like to look at results. What would be the results of going to a really cool place like Jupiter? I'd probably just get crushed by the atmospheric pressure, and that would suck. So I'm a results guy. The results of going to Mars could be awesome. So I would just go somewhere simple like Mars and maybe build a hut. A Pizza Hut.
Have you ever seen Cosmos?
Yeah, of course.
I want to go to like a black hole. They made that sound pretty interesting.
But you realize what would happen, though.
Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Neil deGrasse Tyson knows, damn it. He knows everything.
That sounds pretty cool. Does Brandon like Jar Jar Binks?
We can't say that name. You're like, it's he who shall not be named around here. Mark will fire us on the spot if he hears us saying
Listen,
that.
I just have the toy, all right? That doesn't mean anything.
Shout out to Belgium. I love your waffles. That's a Belgium joke, but I love Belgium for real.
Did this guy miss everything? Yeah, pretty much. He missed everything.
Oh, did he just get here?
I guess.
Well, the good news is this whole 2-hour smorgasbord of nonsense is going to be it's going to be uploaded normally like a normal CGR Undertow video, so you'll be able to watch it.
I don't know when it posts, but it should be up pretty soon.
It's got a process,
afterwards, right? I guess. I don't know. We're going to find out. This is the first time we've ever done this. So.
All right.
But yeah, if you missed any of the last 2.5 hours, it's going to be up on YouTube. So, all right. Thank you, guys. We've come a long way in the last 2.5 hours. We greatly appreciate it. And, yeah, continue to donate. bit.ly/Undertow DVD the next 67 hours.
I feel like we've learned a lot about each other, too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks, guys. Hey, this is Derek from Classic Game Room.
And this is Brandon.
Stay tuned in to CGR Undertow. We got some big, crappy reviews coming this week.